Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. It doesn't. I had to restart my. I had to refresh my Twitch. Excellent. And then I opened it and heard my own voice, and now I want to crawl up into a little hole underneath my bed and lay there forever. Not even underneath my bed, a hole underneath my bed. Christ. For someone who always constantly wants to be like in a performance setting, I sure do hate the sound of my own voice.
I can't listen to myself back now. Yeah.
I did stand up for years, and I would listen to my set on the subway on the way home, and every time I was just like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude? What is wrong with your fucking voice?" It's a very romantic way to talk about it. Oh, I'd do it, and I would listen to my set on the way home on the subway because I had to take the subway because I was in the city doing it. But really, it was just like me being sad and trying to figure out how to not be that way. It was a time.
I used to, in my 20s, I used to be a pro wrestler for a little bit, and I hated watching my own game tape back, which is one of the things that when you're training early on, they're like, watch your own matches back.
Uh-huh.
I hated it, so I'd just be like, oh, that was weak, that punch looks shit, that was wrong.
Yeah,
I should have showed, I should have showed out to the crowd then, and I didn't. I put my head down. What was I doing? Oh.
It's the exact that's the exact feeling of going back and listening to a thing you just did 5 minutes ago, because like, especially you could be like, can I get back on stage? I want to do it again. I want you to give me a whole new crowd right now, because now I'm pumped. Now I know what to do.
Yeah.
Life almost weekly Starfighter game is very weekly.
We appreciate that. Thinks all our voices and delivery are pretty nice, but like the game I play on Sunday in particular, we have like a ridiculous. The group chemistry is mad because we've already been playing for a year. We've built that to that point. It's the longest running game I've been playing in. So now, like all of the sessions are kind of effortless, and I listen to it back. But like everyone, I listen to it back, and like everyone else is amazing, and I'm like, wow. Because then not only are you critiquing yourself, you're also comparing yourself to the other people that you were.
Exactly.
It's like double. Yeah. Cool.
I'm trying to write like a 3-sentence elevator pitch to someone on Twitter who's looking for a new RPG writer, and I'm like, how can I explain this to you in 3 sentences why I'm the perfect pick but also a stranger?
Well, what do they want? What's the brief?
I mean, so this guy tweeted, do you want to get into writing for RPGs? I'm looking for folks who write for some Sword Point, which is apparently a D100 swashbuckling RPG, which sounds cool.
Cool.
And I prefer to take on new writers who want to get into the industry. As far as getting into the industry, I don't know about that, but I would love to have somebody ask me to do something cool and then I deliver on it. That would be cool.
Yeah. I think that's the best way to start, man. And then if you do get into the industry, then fucking great. But like,
I mean, I do it like I run a 5e campaign on Thursdays for my friends, and it is like I take every time I run like a campaign for somebody in 5e, I take it the whole Sword Coast as the basis. And then I just put a whole bunch of shit on top of it. So I do it constantly. Whether or not somebody else besides the people who are going to play look at it is irrelevant. But I also would never do it like you guys make all these like tables and things and these supplements that you would give out. And I'm like, I can't imagine like the thought process isn't there for me. So I don't really know how you guys do that. So it's impressive to me that you're like, oh yeah, I made up this completely balanced table of 100 things that you could find in a desk drawer. And where I'm like, yeah, but how did you balance it? How was it? How did you make sure that like the wooden spoon is an OP over the potato masher? How did you do that without giving it to two people and watching them fight with it?
Just ridiculous amount of playtesting is usually the answer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a few. I've written like a few subclasses and stuff that are going through the playtest mill at the moment. I'm probably going to put them up on Drive Through RPG. Sooner or later. There's also one that I was working on for ages, and then in what's it, the Tasha's came out, and one of the damn subclasses on that was basically what I went, oh fuck, I got to throw that one now. That's they
That
do
sucks.
the same thing. Oh god.
Because it's like it's not even like you can be like, oh, you stole this from me because nobody but you knew about it.
Nah, yeah, copyright it, man. Yeah. Now my Sunday game's on hiatus at the moment, the regular one. But we are doing a one shot in its place this Sunday, and it's gonna be an evil one shot.
Oh, good.
In the same setting, but like 200 years earlier.
Good.
And I've just gone full on anime villain with it. And I was like, evil Russian vampire swordsman. Let's go. Quickly grab my drink before that minute's up.
Yep. Okay.
And hi, Rob. Hello, everybody over there in chat. We're going to be starting up very, very shortly. Just give us one more minute. Let that countdown finish. Everybody, just get your throat clearing done now.
That's what's known as a stage cough.
A stage cough.
Yeah. If you're playing old Fagin in Oliver Twist, and you need to cough to the back row of the amphitheater, that's how it's done.
Classy. I will never, ever be able to get on stage ever again for the rest of my days. I just can't do it. Not anymore. little bit too terrified of that. All right, our countdown is down. I'm going to switch us on over. We are about to start on up, folks. Give us one moment. Let's do our logo.
Cybernation Uncensored.
There we go. All right. Hello, everybody out in the wasteland. This is GM Capricious Nature, and I am happy to finally be back in the GM seat with our wonderful Fallout Asia crew. Before we start up, I just want to let everybody in the audience know, as you can see, we are regrettably missing our wonderful Camacho, aka Raven, and well, she'll be back with us when we return from our vacations. All of the crazy wonderfulness that is, well, that is all of the holidays. So please keep that in mind. She won't be here with us, very regrettably, but we are looking forward to having her back. Now, without any further ado whatsoever, I'm going to have my players please introduce yourself, starting with Mark. Go for it.
Yeah, Mark, Captain Mark 87 on the Discord and on the Cyber Nation Uncensored Discord. Here for Fallout, here for Cyberpunk Red, which will be tomorrow night. We're going to Vegas, baby. And then Sundays over at twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory for D&D as well. This Sunday, our regular campaign's on a hiatus, but we are doing an evil one-shot. So that should be good. We're all going to be really high-level evil characters and probably just be murder hobos for 4 hours. That'll be fun. Yeah, I think that's it.
Awesome. And I just realized that our videos were frozen. My apologies, folks. Having a little bit of technical difficulties right now, and I'm not exactly sure why.
I will cover for you by mentioning that Rob has just put in the chat that we have a free copy of the core book to give away. Which core book? This or Cyberpunk?
Fallout 2D20.
2D20 rulebook. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So yeah. How do we want to decide that?
Same thing that Rob does. We can do the 1D100. Have folks in the chat randomly pick a number. Because the Moobot, for some reason, Moobot here on our Discord for some reason just hates me, and I can't really get anything up and running for it. It hates me.
Do we do that during the break?
We can do that after the break. We can do it at the end of the show. Up to you guys, actually.
We'll do it at the end. Okay, yeah, that's the prize. You gotta stick around to win the raffle.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We'll start taking numbers during the break, and then we'll do the old roll at the end.
Sounds good to me.
Gives everyone a little while to get their numbers in.
There we go. Okay, I got it working now. It's being glitchy poop head today. Holy crap. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, Captain Mark, thank you very much for introducing yourself. And yes, as Rob mentioned in chat, we will have our giveaway at the end of our session. That's super cool. Thank you very much to Rob at Cyber Nation Uncensored, as well as the folks over at Modifius. They also gave us a big shout out over on Instagram, so thank you guys very much. Johnny, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Johnny Drop. You can find me here every Friday for Fallout and every Saturday for Cyberpunk Red. Lurking in the chat is Other Sandman 3096. And if you want, you can also check out my SoundCloud at Arxon.
Awesome. Yeah, and I finally have a SoundCloud. I actually jumped over and I'm following you on SoundCloud now, and I really am liking the beats that you're dropping on there. It was a very pleasurable experience. So, are you still making music or no?
It's been a bit, but I'm trying to get the drive to get back into it.
Okay. Well, I hope to see more pop up on there. I really enjoyed it. Logar, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I am Logar the Ogar. I GM a live Starfinder game most Sundays on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Logar the Ogar. I'm also on Twitter because I need to keep up with gaming news and who is fucking up. And I also just started an Instagram for my cat. You can find that at Instagram, Twig and Logar. Very important. That's the important one.
Twig.
The cat will have more followers than you by the end of next week.
Have you seen the cat? He deserves it.
All right. Remind me about that at the end of the session, because I'm gonna go follow you on Instagram.
Let me see if
you can feel free to share that out on chat if you'd like, or you can send it over on Discord and I can pop it down. And we'll add that to your links. Get you some followers on Insta. All right. Tracy, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Tracy. You can catch me here each week. Otherwise, I'm just hanging out on the Discord or Twitter or whatnot as StinkPalm007. And I'm playing Dr. He Jianyu, the eccentric scientist who travels the waste with his Brahmin, Dynamo.
It's so cute. So jealous.
I forget you have that every time. And then
Yeah, and it's so adorable.
I show up every time.
Absolutely love it. Thank you all very much. And we are missing one of our players today. I'm going to introduce her. We are missing Raven today. You can check her out on Twitter. She's got a new Twitter account. You can check her out over on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, she's got her own Twitch under Doña Teresa Cuervo. So she is going to be out for this week on both our Fallout as well as our Cyberpunk stream. But when we are back from our vacation, holidays, whatever you want to call it, when we are back, she will be rejoining us. So there we go for Raven. Hope everything's okay, Raven. If you're catching the VOD, hope everything's kosher. I am GM Capricious Nature, or just Capricious. You can catch me on all of these different links. First and foremost, I need to shout it out at the very beginning, and I'm going to shout it out again later because we need it funded. Rob has put together the Cybernation Uncensored Kickstarter, and they've got dice and magnetic miniatures and dice towers and rollers, and it is so freaking cool. We need to get that kickstarted. We are just over $1,000 left, and we only have 2 days left until the campaign is over. So if you guys have the ability, please jump on over to premium.cybernationuncensored.com and join us over on the Kickstarter. That being said, you guys can check out our supplements and all of our extra goodies over on cybernationuncensored.com. If you follow that Reddit link right there, I've put together all of my generators into one place for you to pull up, and we'll be using them throughout our sessions here. And you can, of course, check out the link tree as well for all of my other links. And then last thing for today is that our music is being provided by 2 different groups. Tim over at Base Ape Records has made all of our wonderful Doom tracks, and 1,000 Reasons has been absolutely fantastic in making what's known as their Genesis track, which we will be playing intermittently in the background, just quietly to help set the mood. Now, that being said, we've got all of our players introduced. It's now time to get our character names up. We've got Sean Camacho, who's not here right now. We've got Minsky. We've got Val and Jianyu. And for our recap, it was discussed on our Discord. We are actually going to have Jianyu read out his journal entry that he made for the day. So Jianyu, take it away.
All right. Do you want me to do just for the session 2, or do you want me to do session 1 and 2?
Whatever floats your boat. For anybody who's missed session 1, it could help them out.
All right, let's do that. All right. Journal of Dr. He Jianyu. Sunday, October 19th, 2110. Day 1966. It was overcast this morning with rust-colored clouds. Looked like blood rain was coming. When I arrived at Sun Moon Lake Settlement, I stopped by Taylor's shop to say my greetings. Minsky confirmed the date. Good. I'm not missing any days. Camacho was very happy to get her cigar after all these months. I really hope she doesn't smoke it right away. Afterwards, I set up shop outside with Dynamo, and then it immediately started pouring blood rain. A little after noon, the rain let up, and I saw a man covered in blood rain approaching. After a moment, he collapsed in the bloody mud. Minsky, Val, Sean, Camacho, and I eventually got the man into Minsky's office. The traveler warned us away from the Sun Moon Lake Resort area before dying. The traveler had a strange piece of metal lodged in his neck. It was clearly manufactured. When we tried to remove the metal piece, the strangest thing happened. The metal resisted being pulled out and actually moved deeper. In fact, when Val and Sean almost got it out with a multi-tool, the metal just kind of squished and sunk in deeper. Interestingly, there's a residue left on Val's multi-tool. I can't identify it, though it is ferrous in nature and has a black, oily texture. This is like nothing I've ever seen or heard of. We need to figure out what it was. Unfortunately, our extraction process sullied Minsky's office. Taylor was quite upset at the unsanitary state of affairs. I hope Taylor doesn't stay mad at us. Afterwards, all 5 of us agreed that we need to know more about what happened to the traveler. There is something very concerning going on. I agreed to lead everyone to Sun Moon Lake in the morning. I wonder if there will be a lab or tech facility up there. New tech could go a long ways on the project. Monday, October 20th, 2110, day 1967. Oh, those damn Tatos woke me up this morning. I didn't think it possible, but the apocalypse made Taiwan's wild tomatoes even worse. Gastric inconveniences aside, it was a nice morning, overcast, cool, good weather for traveling. The first leg of our journey was uneventful, though unknown to everyone else. I almost started walking back home before remembering home hasn't been there in decades. Around mid-morning, we diverted off the main road for a little scavenging at Family Mart. Val was ecstatic to find some sugar bombs, and Minsky managed to get a bunch of tea out of the vending machine. Then the dogs came. Formosan dogs were magnificent animals. Now they're mangy, violent beasts. We attracted the attention of a whole pack. Though a little strategy, a little luck, and some grenades, we were able to dispatch the dogs easily. Unfortunately, one of those foul creatures bit my leg. I could walk on it, but I have a bad feeling about this wound. By noon, we made it to the temple, where I stopped for a brief prayer. In the past era, I used to come here with Humiya and the kids when we would holiday at the lake. It's unfortunate what happened to this once beautiful region. Shortly after the temple, we spotted smoke rising from the resort areas. Something is amiss. We need answers.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Absolutely love that. And if you are interested in continuing keeping that up, I think it's a great way to do our recaps and get our audience up to date on what's going on. But yeah, as was mentioned, you guys faced off against a pack of Formosan dogs. Now, those of you who are a little bit confused, what the heck does that mean? This is going to be released in the future. I've been very swamped at work, so I haven't had the chance to add it in. But I'm going to be updating our Fallout Asia supplement to include all of the different encounters, animals, robots, everything that they are encountering that is different and separate in the Fallout universe. So you guys can check that out over on cybernationuncensored.com. And yeah, the other piece of information, very interesting, that we actually got to discuss over the weekend is taking a look at goodness, what was it? Taking a look at some stuff online, we were able to scrounge up, as you guys can see, these adorable little Fallout Vault Boy and Vault Girl makers, and I'm going to be linking that at the end of the day so you can make your own. So yeah, there's our update. And we are going to be picking up at that point. Now, I'm going to switch us over on our Roll20 over to our wonderful little selection here for our survival. And I know we can't really see it too much on on OBS right now, but I'll be publishing this at a later point in time. I need everybody right now to please move down your hunger, your thirst, and your sleep. It is now midday, and our temperature is now going to hot. It is not extreme heat, but it is hot. As our day continues on, it's only going to be getting warmer until we finally get to sundown. So don't forget to update those right there. And the other mention was the worry about our disease that Jianyu got. This was the mistake that I actually made on our stream, so we need to add in some errata. For each event that occurs, you don't roll separately. It adds to the DV for the check. And Stinkpalm was very gracious in letting me know about that over the course of the week. So we still have the disease because he had a pretty bad roll. But in the future,
Terrible.
multiple events together only lead to one check with an increased DV, not multiple checks. So we need to make sure that that I keep that for the future. Now, to jump on to what you guys see, everybody, please give me a perception check.
Perception survival?
Ha! Right, yes! Roll 20, sorry, it's Fallout 2d20, not Cyberpunk. Perception survival or perception intelligence. I'll take either of those. Whichever one you have higher.
You mean intelligence survival?
Oh my lord. Special perception, right? SP.
Yeah.
So perception in perception survival. Yeah, it would just be perception survival. Stick with that. I keep forgetting the difference between the skills and stuff. My goodness, thank God I have a hardcore copy of the Fallout rulebook. I'm going to open mine up so I stop messing this up. So let's pull that up real quick. So we have strength, perception, endurance, agility, intelligence, charisma, and luck. There's our skills. Okay. Got that open. Yeah, cool. So yeah, everybody give me that roll. Looks like we got a 0 success from Val. We got a 14 and a 10. Sean got a 14 and a 17. Johnny Drop got 1 success, and Jianyu got 0 success, 14, 17. Luckily, no complications here, but we're really close. Minsky getting an 18. iStock starts malfunctioning a little bit. So we've got our group right now, and you can see on our map here, they are at the halfway point, which is located right about here on the edge of Sun Moon Lake. They are working their way into the main town itself, the resort area, pre-war, and they can see this smoke off in the distance, and they also saw a rippling in the water. Previously, they thought, hey, maybe we can take a water route into Sun Moon Lake, and luckily they did not, because the water has its own ecosystem now that none of them are quite exactly sure of. But this smoke off in the distance you can see is coming from one of the larger buildings that's kind of toppled over the years. And it seems as if the smoke is fresh. Somebody out there has either started a fire or is currently burning something. You guys have approximately 3 hours left to travel into the resort. 3 hours on the trails there, following this incredibly terrifying and windy road straight north. You have a couple of different options. You can try camping out for the rest of the day because of the heat, so you don't have to deal with any fatigue. You can try taking the water route, as some of you had thought about doing. Or you can continue your way towards Sun Moon Lake. What would you guys like to do?
We should probably. We could probably keep walking, right?
Lean towards that. Continue on. If it gets too bad, we can always take a break.
Yeah.
No, we'll push on until it's getting overly sweaty, and then we'll find somewhere to out of the way. Yeah.
All right. And Camacho looks over to you guys. Yeah, come on, don't be late. We can make it. We can make it. So we've got an agreement now on continuing to head out. So what I'm going to have Jianyu do to make sure that he doesn't take any of these smaller paths that go off the main road. Jianyu, go ahead and make me an intelligence and what was it? Intelligence
Survival, I think?
Yeah, intelligence survival check. And what I had mentioned to the players, go ahead and make your roll. What I had mentioned to the players is that I have a fun little thing that I'm introducing, fun for me, terrifying for them, is that not only do I have the absolutely beautiful dice set from Modiphius Games, I absolutely love these guys. We've got hit locations, all the hit dice, 2d20. I still want Rob's dice, so we need that Kickstarter funded. But one of the gifts that I had from one of my friends who has regrettably passed away is these wonderful sets of D4s that I've now included into the mix that are going to be helping us indicate difficulty checks. So our difficulty checks, if it's going to be random chance, will be figured out by the dice. Otherwise, I will be setting the difficulty checks manually. So, a little bit of extra variable in there for you guys. Now this one, because there are quite a few winding paths and dirt roads heading off the main road in different directions, and the path is quite a bit windy, I'm going to make a roll right now on our 1d4. And you made the check. You got a success of a 6, and it looks like that's only an 18. Yes. So, you did not receive a complication. The 5 of you continue on your path, 6 including Dynamo, the adorable, definitely not Beanie Baby Brahmin. You all continue on your way towards... It's not a Beanie Baby? Oh, I thought it was a Beanie Baby.
He's just like a plushie or whatever.
Oh, okay. Gotta fill it up with the beans then. You all continue making your way, and as you get closer and closer to the city, you can smell there's something off in the air. It's not quite so much that there's anything putrid, but there's a chemically smell that you can kind of sense lingering on the air as you're getting closer and closer to the city. Now, I'm actually going to be popping us up over to our city map here. So let's jump on over here. I'm going to drag our players over. And if you check the map area in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see a map of Sun Moon Lake proper. This is the actual resort town. Let's see, is that showing up on our OBS? Yes, it is. Let's scooch over a little bit. There we go. So our players are coming up right here in this area. They're coming up off of this main road here. And you all can see the actual town itself now. Most of the buildings have been destroyed. They've been run down, not blown up, but they've just kind of toppled over the last few decades. Back when they were made in the 2000s and the 1900s, they weren't always made of the best materials, and Taiwan is an extremely tectonically active area. So the earthquakes have, of course, knocked over plenty of buildings, especially after knowing what happened in 921. There's a lot of destruction here. That's just nature. Now, as you're heading north towards this area, you see a fork in the road. One path turns right, and one path heads north. It goes left, straight up into the mountains. Do you guys continue off on the right-hand side and continue towards the main city, or are you going to go into this small little village that's a little bit higher up to get a vantage point on the town?
So our objective was to get here. Why? What was the plan for when we got here? Does anybody remember, or did we just think like
to find out where that piece of metal might come from?
All right, so we're looking for the guy in the middle
because that's where he came. That's where he came from. The guy that melted in the blood rain. So I think we should go up to the village. Yeah, because 1, we might find somewhere to rest there before we go into the city proper, and 2, we can scout.
Yep.
Do I have any familiarity with that area up there?
Go ahead and roll again intelligence survival. Let's see if you remember that area at all. All right, looks like we got another success. Yeah, you know that area, and Val, go ahead and roll me survival intelligence as well. Because remember, this is the area that you grew up. So let's see if you know this smaller area here.
Survival. So when you ask us to roll something, it's just like 2 dice, right?
Yep.
Like it's always okay.
Unless we spend action points to buy something.
Yeah, so it's just a DV1.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I actually have to make things a little bit clearer on my end, so that's my bad, is that I should be letting you guys know the DVs ahead of time. That's something I kind of agree with in some of the online discourse and philosophy is, should we tell them the difficulty value beforehand or no? I'm of the mind that, yeah, I'll tell you the DVs. So it's just a DV1, and it looks like we got 2 fails on there. We got a 13 and a 15.
Sure did.
So Val's never been up in this area, but Gianyu, on the other hand, we got a 10 and a 16. Gianyu got 1 success, so yes, you've been up in that area. And you know in this this upper area, it's similar to the other place that you had stopped before. There's a couple of houses. You know that there used to be a convenience store up there. There's also, if you remember correctly, there's also an old shop, like a knick-knack shop, that they used to have up in that area.
All right. Well, I'll let the rest of the players know. Yeah, there's convenience store up there, an old shop, I think, and a few houses. So I mean, we could get up there. We could probably find at least a little bit of somewhere to rest if we wanted to, and we can see further into the city better. Oh, we can see better where the smoke is coming from.
Let's go on up there.
Yeah, your guys' call.
Press on. Yeah, we'll head up.
I think that is the. I think pretty much. Yeah, that's it. We'll
Yeah.
go up there and
Go
we'll
for it.
kick it around, and we'll make a mess, and then we'll leave.
All right, sounds good. So yeah, a lot of you start heading up there, and I also mentioned to my players, one of the things that I'm doing is I'm actually basing all of this off of real-world maps. I use a snazzy map generator, and you guys can kind of see it on my screen here. For those of you viewing on Twitch and YouTube, you can see that I've actually made my own filter, so it's a fully interactable map. But the one thing that I'm missing out on is what are the actual locations here. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up Google. And based on what is actually in this location, I will roll for you guys, and we can see if any of those settlements or any of those buildings are still capable of being entered. Now, as a lot of you turn left and start heading kind of uphill towards this little offshoot area, what you start noticing is that the winds right now are starting to pick up quite a bit. It's getting extremely windy, and since you guys are up in the mountains, you can feel that the wind is just extra intense. It's kind of battering all of you around, and even your Brahmin seems to be having some issues with going up the incline. So what I'd like all of you to do right now is please give me a survival athletics check. Survival athletics. Or sorry, not survival athletics. That would be an agility or a endurance. Your choice. Agility or endurance. And give me athletics.
Oh yeah, baby.
Okay, and our DV is a DV1. And it looks like we've got one success from Minsky with a 4 and a 19. That's a complication right there. We've got a double failure from Sean Dalton, an 18 and a 14.
That's calculated my agility wrong, because my agility is now 10 after the level.
Oh. All right.
Which would make a...
Yeah, that would make your 14 correct. So yeah, go ahead and try fixing that up for the moment, if you are able to. Val, looks like Val got a triple success here. He got a critical success with a 1, as well as a 4, so that means that you guys generate 2 AP. So I'm going to set aside a quick thing on here to remind you when we get back to the main map. Add in some AP counters. And John, you got a success with a 5 and a failure on a 17. So the failure that's going on here, Minsky, you've got a complication. And the complication is that as this wind is picking up, your jets underneath your body start wavering a little bit. You start losing your control quite a bit. You're still able to keep along with the path, but you're starting to feel extremely shaky. Luckily, you did not get a 20, otherwise it would have been full successful failure. But you're feeling extremely shaky right now as you guys are going up this area. Now, the first thing that you all encounter is actually a wonderful previously existing hotel. And you can see across the front of the hotel, it says, the Rainbow Container. And Rainbow Container is quite a literal interpretation of what this place is. The hotel is built up literally by old shipping containers that had been converted pre-D-Day, I guess, into hotel rooms. And so you can see that there are several of these shipping containers stacked right next to each other. There's a little food court in the middle, and the high winds are just whipping the dirt, debris, and dead leaves around quite a bit. Do you guys want to stop there?
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, this place rules.
Yeah. Do you guys want to stop there or continue going up the path?
I think we should definitely. I mean, if it was a hotel, we should definitely
Might have
get in
stuff.
there.
And the courtyard might afford some protection from the wind.
Yeah. Because I'm. Is it meta to look at pictures of it?
I can actually send you the location really quick. Hold on. This is
and this place rules.
Yeah, this is a real place. It's pretty neat. Rainbow Containers. Let me drop you guys the link. I'll even share it out on Twitch if anybody's interested, so you guys can grab the link from there. So this is the location, and it is called Rainbow Container. But yeah, so you guys see all of these different shipping containers that are lined up. You've got this little courtyard space, and there's a main building. So there's a couple of different things that you can take a look at. What do you want to do?
I definitely think that we should get in there and try to scavenge anything that's left in there.
If we head all the way to the top, we might be able to see out over to the... And Sean points in the direction of the town. Might be a good vantage point.
Your call. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
We can do both. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We could you could scavenge and then run up the hill to see if it's better, and then if not, we'll come back here and sleep in here. Sort of.
Good idea. Okay, let's do that.
All right, so you guys continue going up that hill. You've left the Rainbow Container area, and you're starting to head up that hill. And what you see off on your right-hand side is what used to be a family. Sorry, not family. It was family, because the place here is called Family Mart. You see an old family shop that's there, and it's an old convenience store that used to be standing. and it's mostly destroyed at this point. It's toppled over from the earthquakes that you can definitely feel up in the mountains from time to time, but it's still a little bit of space there. And then further up the path, you see what used to be an old farm area with a farmhouse, and you see the actual trail start going steeper and steeper up into the air. And at the end of the road, you find an old campground, just an open, flat space. The trees have been mostly cleared out in this area. There's little areas where people used to be able to set up their tents. And the area itself seems to be empty of wildlife for the moment, at least. There's no other people that you've encountered in this area.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So for those of you that want to try and make a perception check, you can do so up at that homestay area up in the top, the campground. You can try to make a check over on the town itself, and if any of you have a scoped weapon, you can get an additional +1 on that from me. And our DV, to figure out exactly where it's coming from, is... oh shit, it's going to be a DV3. So you guys can try to make a group check if you'd like.
To figure out the direction that what is coming from.
The specific location where the smoke is rising from.
Okay. So when we were halfway up, was the smoke coming from the place that we were going, or was the smoke coming from a different place entirely?
The smoke is coming from the actual resort area. The area that you're in right now is just a little campgrounds that's off the main resort.
Okay, got it. Yes, let's all go to the top of this mountain and hold hands and look out as a group for our group check.
Well, you've got 2 AP. You've also got 1 -2 in chat from vampire bites.
So one of us has to lead this group check. It's going to be perception survival.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a 10, but it's not tagged.
I think that's going to be Val. You've got to.
Sorry. Ask me to do it again. What am I doing?
That's going to be you, probably, isn't it? Your perception's high.
My perception is a 7.
Minsky, you want to share your special ability?
Yeah, so I have a trait that reduces the difficulty of perception checks that rely on sight or smell by 1.
Oh.
Yeah, so if he leads off, it'll bring down the DV from a 3 to a 2.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So, Minsky, you want to go ahead and lead the roll for us, and we can have somebody do a support, whoever's got the highest. Oh boy.
Do you want to use
you could use the -2 from chat to bring you down to 1 success. Do you want to do so?
I don't see why not.
All right.
Do that. Should I spend one of the AP to roll 2 dice? Oh, can you do that when you help?
Nope.
I mean, yeah.
Not as the helper.
All
Only
right,
the main person can spend AP.
Yeah, so we've got one successful test. Thank you very much to Vampire Bites. Yeah, Val, if you're going to be assisting, go ahead and roll 1d20. It has to be under your target number. What is your target number?
Oh, so it's not a perception survival check. It's just a d20.
For assisting, what it is that you roll 1d20, and it has to be under the target number. Period. So do you know what your target number
So
is?
what? For perception survival.
Mm-hmm. Just add the 2 numbers together.
I thought assisting just gave him an extra success when he succeeded.
And I roll 1.
No, it allows the people assisting to roll 1 dice to help. But the person who leads it has to get some success.
Damn.
Or he can't.
Let me double check. And I heard a damn and a so hold on 1 second.
Right.
You can spend luck.
Shit.
I don't see shit, guys. What's going on? All right. So group test, complication ranges, assistance. All right, page number 16. Difficult tasks are often completed through teamwork. When someone else is attempting a test, you can assist them if your GM allows it. Describe how you are helping and decide with the GM which attribute skill combination you're using. Then roll 1d20 and add any success you generate to theirs, providing they score at least one success. So yeah, it's just
There you
1d20
go.
and
Okay,
you got to
that's-
beat that target number.
Well, I did not.
All right, so no success. Now you have a chance right here. If you recall, we were talking about this on the Discord. You can use a point of luck to re-roll that dice. Do you want to spend a point of luck?
Yeah, because I feel like it's important that we know where we're going.
Okay. Go ahead and re-roll.
I'm gonna do it again. Perception.
Perception, survival, 1d20.
Number of dice. 1 dice.
Yep.
Non-attack skill.
Yep.
Big money, no whammies.
You did even worse. All right, so the first one was a 13. Next one's an 18. So it seems that as Val kind of comes up and starts looking up there with Minsky, Minsky's unsteady jets on the bottom of his chassis seems to mean that he keeps running into Val as Val is like trying to help. It's like, stop, Minsky, stop! I can't control myself. Whack, whack. As these high winds whipping around. So yeah, you guys try doing that task. You can definitely see that there is smoke rising up from the city itself. So that is 100% for sure, but you do not know exactly where. It seems like the high winds are kind of blowing the smoke around the main resort area itself, so you're not totally sure. Now, you guys have 2 different choices that you can make, or 3 different choices you can make. There's a homestay at the very, very top of this hill, and that homestay is partially collapsed. It's only got 1 floor left of the 3 floors that were there before, and then you have the Rainbow Container Hotel Motel area at the bottom. If you want, you can try scavenging or staying in either of those locations, or you could even check out the family shop down at the bottom of the hill.
When you say family shop, do you mean like a convenience store? Is that what
Yeah,
you mean?
it's a partially collapsed convenience store. Yep.
Okay. Right. Well,
Right.
we should probably go up to the homestay. We should probably sleep in the homestay. It's the highest point. It's gonna be the easily defensible. But I would like to hit that little family shop. Maybe a couple more sugar bombs. You know what I'm saying? And then Bell kind of like trails off, and as he like kind of walks away, and he realizes that he's just thinking about sugar bombs.
Things are awful for you.
For any of our listeners, not viewers, any of our listeners right now, go ahead and describe what your eye stalks are like. Go for it, Minsky.
Yeah, just trying to get a view, and the strong winds are just whipping them around. They look like the wacky inflatable tube man, just up and down. Probably smacked Val once or twice.
It's perfect. I love it. And yeah, actually, I want to point out really quick, some of you who are listening may notice that I'm trying to read out stuff a little bit more. I actually got a request from one of our wonderful team members over at Cybernation Uncensored. Crosswire is the one who makes all of the absolutely beautiful art that Rob frequently uses. He's also been wonderful at helping me out with making some adverts and stuff, so he has actually requested, since frequently he is up on the podcasting catchers. He is frequently taking in all of the information, all of the sessions verbally. He does not get to see, so he has requested that the dice rolls be read out and any other stuff like that. So I'm trying to do that for him, make sure everything's kosher on his end. And for anybody else who is listening in, tuning in, I hope you guys are enjoying. I hope it helps out a little bit. But yeah, so oh, go ahead.
My favorite part of Fallout is like listening to the radio while you're like knee deep in radiation, searching through like an old box to get a bag of potato chips. So I imagine like there is somebody out there right now listening to this on their Pip-Boy, trying to not die. And they're like, oh, I love this show.
I love this show. I can't believe it came out 100 years ago.
They were ahead of their time, man.
Well, hello, future. Hopefully not us. Cheers. But yeah, so
give us another -2.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much, Vampire Bites. Thank you, bit of a lurker, but I try my best to spend the points I earn. Well, Violet, feel free to spend as many points as you got. You can always check out the channel points on there. -2s, +2s if you want to screw with the players. Critical injuries, pointless events, and my favorite, the negative and positive plot twists. I recently used a positive plot twist with Rob's monthly because they needed one. But yeah, you guys can feel free to use those points as much as you want. Now, you guys are up at the top. You were discussing that do you want to stay in the homestay or just check out the homestay? What do you want to do?
I think we should scavenge the Rainbow Place and stay in the homestay. Scavenge the Rainbow Place and the quick stop, the family store, and then stay in the home place.
Good idea.
Let's balance both.
Makes sense.
Yep, sounds
Yeah.
good.
All right. Well, so do you guys just want to go in right now, or do you want to go down to your scavenging first? It's up to you.
Let's see if we can sneak on into the Rainbow Place.
Rainbow container first.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys head back down the trail. This wind whipping around. Minsky's still kind of bumping into Val as his eye stalks are going like the inflatable tube men. So Val, you're still getting whacked a little bit. But you guys get back down the bottom of that hill, and the rainbow container area. What you see is that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 of these old shipping containers with closed doors that are extremely weather beaten. They definitely look like they've been taking a beating from natural occurrences. But because they are just simply shipping containers, they've been immune to the earthquakes and any of the crazier natural occurrences. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, each one was like a hotel room, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a little hotel area.
So I guess, go through. We should probably try to very quietly go through and see if there's anything left. And also try to not get into a fight. Even if there is something that wants to fight us, we should probably avoid that.
Sneaking would be preferable. Yeah, let's do that.
We can do that. Do we want to leave somebody kind of standing guard or something while we're doing this? Out in the court? I assume they all open to the courtyard?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe have somebody out in the courtyard. Because we're not all going to fit in one of those things, hunting around all at once.
And someone needs to stay with Dynamo. So
Yes.
I think that should be you. Actually, you and Minsky should probably stay there. And Sean, Camacho, and Val would probably be best suited to sneak and scavenge. Even though Minsky has a great track record of finding berries, where I have a great track record of finding literally nothing. Just being like, can I have a berry?
Well,
Yeah, all right. I can scavenge out in the courtyard area and kind of the outer areas outside.
Give us a signal if something goes wrong. The signal is yeah, that's good. That was just, make a bird. Do a bird.
caw. All right.
Doctor, you do a great bird.
Sounds good to me. What you guys are experiencing, as I mentioned, is the high winds, and if anybody uses the Fallout generators that I put together over on perchance.org, you would see that for high winds, what happens is that the strong winds are whipping across the area. All outdoor agility checks and ranged attacks have a +1 difficulty. Now, each of you need to make an agility sneak check. Normally it would be a 1, it is now a 2. So if you want to be sneaky, you've got to get a DB2 to pass.
I'm pretty sneaky.
Pretty sneaky. Sean Dalton got a 1? How is that possible? You should be the sneakiest.
Well, I mean, by the numbers I am, but who knows?
Oh, good point. Yeah, 13. Good point. Okay, yeah. So Sean got a 1 success with a 7, 1 failure with a 17. Val got 2 successes, a 4 and a 9. And who else is going in? We've got 5 buildings. Who else is going in?
Camacho.
Camacho? Did you want us to make a sneak outside also, or not?
So this is the outdoor one. So yeah, go ahead and make your sneak. It's going to be DB2. And I'm going to roll for Camacho. It's going to be agility, sneak, number of dice 2, submit, tag skill. Is it not a tag skill? I didn't think so. Camacho doesn't seem like the sneaky folks. So Camacho got 0 successes and a 19 and a 15. We've got 1 success from Minsky with a 2 and a 7. 1 success from Gianyu with a 2 and a 14. Now the only person here who seems to be adequately sneaky enough is Val. Val, you kind of like disappear in with the wind and the dirt and the debris getting thrown around in this little courtyard. It's going in kind of a vertex shape. Everybody else, you're just like with the wind blowing in your face. And Minsky, of course, just looks like a tube man. So for the lot of you, not super sneaky, but we've got Val with 2 successes there, who is quite sneaky. Now, Val, because you succeeded in that sneak check, you will be able to enter the first little area. You kind of sneak straight in. And we've got 5 cargo containers there. Do you want to enter?
Yeah, I would love that. I'm gonna roll a d5. I go to container number 5.
All right. Give me 1 second. I gotta pull up. There we go. Cool. Oh wait, no, that's large. Give me 1 second. Medical clinic. Trying to get through all of these for our locations. And it keeps giving me industrial factories, and I don't know why. Come on! Alright, looks like we've got our... There we go. Cool. Okay, so you sneak your way into there, and I heard you made the roll, so you picked container number 5. So you go to the one on the right, and if you're still looking at the Google Maps, that would be the which one was it? That would be that bright yellow one. So you go into this bright yellow one, and you go in. The paint, because it's yellow, doesn't seem to have completely corroded and faded off, and you make your way into the small little well, cargo container. Go ahead and roll me. You can either choose Perception Survival, or you can choose Intelligence Survival to scavenge the area. If you're doing...
They're the...
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, they're the same. No, so I was just going to say that they're the same for me.
Okay. So for a Perception Survival, it's just for random general loot. If you're trying to use intelligence survival, what you're trying to look for are, more specifically, you're looking for things along the lines of like electronics or weapons, if there's a chance for those. Otherwise, perception survival is just general things that you can use.
Then he will look for intelligence stuff.
Okay.
Because I think Val is interested in the upkeep and modification of a lot of the weapons that we're going to be doing. He's always trying to figure out how to make that barrel smoother, how to how to put a wire in it that makes sense and isn't just hot gluing it on there like a steampunk cosplayer. All right, so intelligence, survival.
And your DV for this location is going to be a DV1.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 2 dice. Oh yeah,
All
baby!
right.
Oh no!
You got it. You got a 6 and a critical failure at a 20.
Oh no!
Now you can burn a luck to re-roll that 20, or you can accept either a hazard, obstacle, or enemy. Can't hear you, you're muted. Oh,
Is there an obstacle or enemy?
no. Either you
Okay.
re-roll that 20, or I roll for a hazard, obstacle, or enemy.
Shit. I don't have that many luck points, but now seems like the time. So I'm going to re-roll that.
All right.
Luck point. I'm down to. I'm already down to 2.
Hopefully it's not 19 or 20. So re-roll your 1d20.
Okay, intelligence, survival. Cross my toes, cross my legs, cross my fingers. 1 dice. Not attack skill.
All right, it is a failure, but
Good,
it's
not a
12.
complication.
All right, cool. So no complications. So you go inside, and you're using your intelligence. You're trying to find something that's actively useful, either weapons or armor, ammunition, electronics. And you do discover that inside of the area, there is some armor. And so you have 1 success, and so inside that area, what you discover is that there is actually some robot armor. It seems as if at one point in time, one of the areas had been used by somebody coming with a robot. They took this piece off. What you discover is that there is a voltaic frame for the optics for a robot.
Okay, voltaic.
Voltaic,
Frame.
VOLTAIC.
For robot optics. What do you think that weighs?
400 grams. I have no idea.
Give me a second, I'll tell you.
Yeah, let me
Voltaic.
Now, you guys are
frame.
going to do something, and I'm going to do something that
Optics.
is definitely not Google voltaic. I know what that word means.
Oh, those things are awesome.
Yeah, voltaic is it's a set of armor plates fitted with additional conduits and capacitors to bolster the effectiveness of energy weapons. So if you
Oh.
installed it on a robot that has energy weapons, it would give them an additional 1 combat dice damage. As for the weight, there is literally nothing on here, so I'm going to tell you that it weighs approximately 5 pounds. Let's say 2.5 kilos. Or sorry, 1.5 kilos. 5 pounds. No, would that be 2.5?
Dude, I live
What?
in America. We don't.
A kilogram's
over here.
2.2 pounds.
Yeah. So that would be 2 point something kilos. So put down 2 kilos. It weighs 2 kilos, 2 kg, or 5 pounds.
Okay. Yeah,
Good
because
enough
the
for
sheet
me.
works in pounds.
Okay, I did not know. Okay, so it works with pounds. Cool. So yeah, you find a voltaic frame for an eye stalk. His wiggly, wonderful eye stalks. Now, because this is being used for a visual mod on it, it's something that Minsky might actually be able to install with a little bit of tinkering. Because as you might remember, our tech is very different from Rob Copen's robots. Or sorry, General Atomics.
I really have to. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
No worries. So you sneak your way in there, and what's happening is we are going to have our next player rolling in on there. So let's see. We had Minsky got a 2, Jianyu got a 2, and Sean got a 7. So let's see who did better. So Minsky, you see Val kind of veer off and go into one of those containers. Are you going in and searching any of them as well, or no?
Yeah, I might as well take a look at one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a survival, intelligence survival or a perception survival. DV1, and if you use perception, you will be able to bring it down to a DV0 because of your trait.
I'm gonna go with intelligence.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, we got 2 successes, so you generate 1 AP. So now we have 3 AP. There we go. And that also means that you will be able to get 2 rolls on our table. So you said intelligence, and what you are looking for is you're looking again for something a little bit more sophisticated. And what you discover is that there is ammunition inside of a box that's kind of chilling out on the inside of the door. Looks like somebody had dropped a little box of ammo that contains a grand total of 5 10mm rounds. Now, do you want to continue searching for ammo, or do you want to try a different category?
Let's try a different category.
Okay. All right. You also see that it looks like somebody may have gotten into a scuffle inside of this building. Not only is there some ammunition that was dropped on the ground, a little box of bullets, but you also see that a melee weapon got dropped as well. And that melee weapon looks to be a walking cane. So there is a walking cane that's sitting down on the ground. So maybe it was an older person that was in there, and they got ambushed. You're not exactly sure, but you can see that there was definitely a scuffle in here at one point. Now, I've already discussed this quite a bit with Stink Palm. If you want, you have a choice. You can spend 1 luck point to get the next level up of rarity. Do you want to try and re-roll for a rarity 1 melee weapon, or no?
No, I think I'll save my luck for something else.
All right. Cool. So you find the box of bullets in there, and you find the walking cane. Now, the next person who starts making their way in was Jianyu. So, Jianyu, are you going into this area to scavenge, or no?
I'm not going to go into the containers. I'm going to see if I can scavenge something kind of in the courtyard area and like the kind of outside areas, so I can stay out there with Dynamo.
Alright, so for the outside area, you don't really see anything to scavenge, but you know that you'd be able to try and forage something from the plants that have grown through the cracks in the cement. You want to try and forage?
Yeah, that'll work. We're going to need food.
Yep. So for forage, what I'm going to need you to do is please, 1 second, find it on here. For foraging, please give me a perception plus survival, and your DV is a 1.
Right. 2 successes.
All right, so that's
A
1
9
AP.
and a 3.
So you guys now have 4 AP. You guys are stacking it up. Good job. Let's see. So your survival level is a 3. So what you discover as you're going through this is you actually see three little what are those called? Stalks. 3 little stalks with rad rice growing.
Rad rice. Nice.
Yep.
All right.
So you've got 3 rad rice, and the second one that you find is you find another, and it's haunting you, another tato bush. 3 tatoes are blowing in the wind, staring at you, hoping to infest your tummy.
3 tatos and 3 rad rice.
Yep.
All right. Ah, those damn tatos. But they're food.
They are food. And just a reminder, folks, for everybody over in chat, I am keeping my eye on chat. As Rob just said, hey, y'all, thanks for joining us. I hope all of you are enjoying yourselves. I'm super excited to be back into the Fallout game. So I hope all of you are enjoying this as well. It's quite an interesting system. Absolutely love it. But yeah, so you find 3 tatoes and 3 rad rice.
Nice.
And the last person to start sneaking their way in, other than Camacho, we of course have Sean. Sean, you go into the reason it took so long is you went and you just kind of straight shot all the way through the courtyard and went for that back little area. So you're going into that pink cargo container all the way in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So are you going inside? Do you want to scavenge?
I do indeed, yeah.
All right, you can make intelligence survival or perception survival. Which one would you prefer?
Intelligence, because my perception and my intelligence are the same, so I'm going to
Okay.
scavenge for something like that. Alright.
All right, we got 1 success with a 4 and 1 failure with a 16. No criticals. That's a win. All right, so we've got a 1 success on there. And let's see. Let's pull that generator back up. While you are looking around inside of this cargo container, you discover what looks to be a piece of armor that's been laid out very lovingly, very carefully on one of the beds. And so what you actually discover is that it is dog armor. It's light dog armor that somebody had laid out for their dog and never got a chance to put on.
I'll get that. Light dog armor.
Yep.
How much that weigh?
Yes. Hold on. I keep forgetting about weights.
Right.
Dog armor. Do.
1 pound.
Harold, dog armor. Yep, weight 1 pound. Light dog armor. Cost 10 eps.
So that actually brings up a question. They have dog armor in here. Could I get Brahmin armor?
No. You could
No.
try making some. I guess. I mean, sure, we can handle that later. But I'm not going to try and deal with that in the middle of the stream. If
Oh, no, I'm not asking for it. I just
Bethesda didn't release that DLC, the
Yeah.
Brahmin armor DLC.
yeah, like the dog or like the horse armor, right? Pay $10 to dress up your Brahmin.
Yeah.
I promise there's no shit talking coming from me, I swear. But yeah, so I'll add that into the generator, and we'll use the same stats. We'll just increase the weights, and I can add that into the generator.
yeah, it's
so.
like 10 times as much or something.
Yeah. So go ahead and actually message me that on Discord. Otherwise, I will totally forget. All right. So yeah, you find some dog armor lovingly laid out. Now Camacho goes in, and Camacho, let's see, what is her stats? Put this up. Let's make a roll. I don't get a roll very often on here, so I'm taking every opportunity I can. Let's see. She's going to... Her intelligence is actually higher than her perception. So intelligence and survival. Submit. Number of dice 2. And yes, survival is a tag skill. So let's see. What does she net? Oh, damn! You guys are welcome.
Damn.
Do I get the AP, or do you guys get the AP? Because I made the roll.
Double crit.
When NPCs make rolls like that, if they're allies, we get the AP.
Alright, so for those of you who are listening and not watching, I got a double crit, as Mark just mentioned. I got a 2 and a 3, so double crit, and one of them is a tag skill. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 more AP. You guys are maxed out now. Because I believe max AP is 6, right?
Yep.
Alright, so you guys are maxed out at AP at this point.
And we have one extra in there, right? Because it was a difficulty 1.
So because she got a double crit on this, she would have 4 items instead of 1.
Ah, all right, cool.
Yeah. Logar is looking very confused. I just double crit on Camacho's sheet.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all. I'm going to give this information out to you guys. So she did intelligence. What did she find? She found some ammo. So let's see. She found 2 308 rounds. So I'm going to type this out and I'm going to put it in on our Discord chat. So Fallout, Camacho's loot. So she got 2x.308 rounds. Alright, she's gonna try and continue scrounging around for some more ammo. So let's roll that again. She finds 738 rounds. And then she's going to continue searching around. And she looks for some armor. She finds, holy crap, she finds something that reminds her of the old days that was hanging up on the inside of one of the doors, right next to all of that ammunition. She finds some bunker security armor, which is equivalent to vault security armor.
Fuck, that rules.
And she continues searching. Let's see if she can find a different other category. She finds oddities and valuables. So this is actually my favorite category. If any of you are interested in going to the generators, the Wasteland Generator or Fallout Asia Wasteland Generator, the oddities and valuables could be anything from an unlocked chest filled to the brim with cash, to a suitcase that is filled to the brim with ammunition. You can find safes, you can find a ton of other wonderful little things, and what she discovers in there is a holotape player, still functioning.
Nice. That'll come in handy.
Yeah, Val loves that shit.
I mean, because none of us have a Pip-Boy or anything, so.
Yeah. So Camacho really struck out on here.
Well, she hit a home run.
Yeah. Oh yeah, home run. Sorry, not struck out. So she hit a home run with that. As she's searching through, it seems as if she got quite a bit of that wonderful, wonderful loot. And it says, "Hey all, thanks for joining us. We're giving away a free copy of the 2D20 rulebook." Yes, thank you for the reminder. It's going to be at the end of the session. So yeah, there is 1, 2, 3, 4. There is one more container left unopened. And would anybody be interested in going in and trying to scavenge in that container?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm down. Unless
Yeah.
somebody else wants to go, well, we can rock, paper, scissors, whatever.
Let's do this one in numbers.
let's make this culturally relevant, actually, as well. It's called Paper, Scissors, Stone here in Taiwan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That threw me off really hardcore. But yeah, it's paper, scissors, stone. And when you do it, you literally say, paper, scissors, stone, and then you throw. There's no 1, 2, 3 on the hands, yeah.
I love that. But it's the same rules?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
Sean
doing
wants
it by
to
the
merge
numbers, yeah, it would be Sean.
from his container and tap Gianni on the shoulder and point to the remaining container. Your turn.
If you're going to be out here with Dynamo, I'll take a look.
Oh, I mean, as long as she doesn't shit on my shoes, I think we'll be fine.
Doesn't usually. And if she does, collect it for me, please.
Anybody want to drop a random, something random and pointless happens? We could cover his shoes and shit. Somebody wants to drop that in chat.
Shouldn't have said anything.
All right.
Other Sandman
I'm
redeemed
gonna
something
go for-
pointless and random.
You.
As you are standing there, Sean, you hear as the Brahmin unloads on your leg and shoe.
Yep, there it is.
I'm so sorry.
The second I say it, I'm sure she's just like all over.
Yep.
Oh,
Shoot a glance in the Brahmin's direction.
Just stare at the Brahmin and just slowly pull out your 10mm.
My hand is like resting on the butt of, on like I reach because I've got it on a shoulder strap and I'm like,
I think Val like puts his hand on Sean's shoulder, just like she's carrying the load.
I haven't had Brahmin steak in a very long time.
The sun's going down. The sun is going down.
And I mentioned it in chat, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, drink.
Drink what?
All right, there we go. So,
Sean,
cheers.
don't talk to the left head like that. You talk to the right head, then she's cool. Left one doesn't like it. Can't you see that look in her eyes?
You spend far too much time with that animal.
Yes. All right.
Gianni, you can choose intelligence survival or perception survival.
All right. I'm gonna go intelligence survival, and I'm gonna roll an extra dice because, well, we're full on AP, so I might as well like
All right.
burn one.
Go ahead and remove one of those AP, bring it down to 5, and then go ahead and make your roll. All right, looks like we got 2
looks like
successes.
The AP are on the DM's layer.
Oh, they are in DM layer. I am sorry about that. That is very annoying. I will delete that myself. All right. So we are. We've got a 4, a 9, and a 19. So, do you want to spend a luck and re-roll that, or do you want to possibly handle a hazard?
There's
I'm
a
re-rolling that.
There's a -2 from Vampire Bite in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, you could try using the -2. It's up to you.
No, I'll burn a luck. I have luck to use,
So you can get
And-
another one.
we can save the -2.
And for the other Sandman, just saying, I'm going to refund you your wonderful something pointless and random happened, because that's exactly what I wanted to happen. So thank you. Let's refund it back to you. Enjoy your points. Save it for later.
All right, got another success with a 5.
All
Nice.
right. Cool. So yeah, you got triple success right now. Let's see. Survival was a 3, so no critical successes, but you got triple success, and you replace that 1 lost AP. All right. So we've got 3 successes, and you're using intelligence. You're trying to look for ammo, armor, chems, or weapons, anything along those lines. So what you actually discover is that as you open up the door there, it's actually not the sleeping quarters, but this itself seems to be a commons area. And right next to you, as you open it up, is a vending machine.
Nice.
And so that vending machine, you give it a swift whack on the side, and let's see what rolls on out. You have 2 bottles of kind of damaged but sealed. That still would be considered dirty because it's irradiated, but 2 dirty water.
Nice. Definitely need the water.
So that's one of your 3. Do you want to give it another whack, or do you want to try searching for something else?
I'll search for something else.
All right. So you continue searching around, and you actually discover that in this area, somebody had left behind a backpack. There seems to be some clothing kind of sticking out of one of the flaps, and you see that there's a sack hood kind of sticking out from one of the flaps.
All right. Cool. I'll snag that up.
Do you want to use a luck point to increase the priority, or no?
Actually, let's see. It's clothing. What is that? Like a
It's rarity
0 or something?
Yep.
Yeah, let's burn a luck on that.
All right. So
That's a good thing to burn luck on.
1 point of luck. And you definitely improve that luck. You realize that as you pull it, it's not a sack hood. It's the lining from the inside of an ROC Army helmet. And as you pull it out, there's actually a helmet attached to it.
Nice. Army helmet?
Yep.
Very nice.
All right.
And emblazoned on the front, worn down, it says ROC. So this is definitely pre-90s because Taiwan had declared independence at that point. So this is a very old helmet. Over 100 years old.
Nice. I'm going to walk out with that and walk right up to Sean and say, here, turnabout's fair play. I mean, Dynamo shit on your feet, and you gave me the hard hat. It was a hard hat, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you go, Sean. He's giving you the army helmet. Do you want to continue searching for clothing armor, or do you want to look for something else? You got your 3rd item.
Clothing armor seems good to me.
Okay, so stick on
Not dying is a high priority.
All right. Oh, you actually should have saved that gift for Sean. As you go back in, you see that underneath that army helmet, the reason that had been placed on top was to protect the contents underneath. You see a full set of formal clothing.
Ooh.
Still.
Now it's just the formal clothing, not the fancy hat too.
No, just formal clothing.
Ooh, damn. All right. I'll kind of pull that out, walk out, into the courtyard. Check this out.
Blowing in the wind.
Blowing in the wind.
Dapper.
But yes,
Next time I go on a date, I'll get suited up.
I would love to see you in formal clothing.
So for those of you who might be a little bit confused, formal clothing covers arms, legs, torso. It has 0 damage resistance, but it is actually a rarity too because it costs 30 caps for the set. And this is pre-war formal clothing. It's still in pretty good condition.
And it lets you re-roll a charisma, a single d20 on a charisma check once a scene.
Yep. So formal clothing is pretty sweet. Alright, so yeah, you guys have scavenged this area. You even found some food out in the little courtyard. Is there anything else you want to do here, or do you want to start heading back up the hill?
Do we need to collect the poo?
Yeah, I'm gonna collect the poo. I make bombs out of this shit.
Right. Yeah. Do your thing.
So yeah, Mutant
I
I
Cowie.
pull out my
Yeah, mutant cows carry heavy loads. They produce two things: milk and fertilizer. So they produce 2 combat dice of fertilizer. So go ahead and roll 2 combat dice for me, or roll 1 combat dice, because fertilizer is
One
actually
combat.
1 combat dice because it produces 2. Or you can roll both right now. I don't care. It's up to you. If you want to roll both, then
Well,
this
then I'll
is
just
the
roll.
1 poop for the day.
I'll go for that. I mean, we might as well dump it all on Sean's shoes.
Yeah, a whole day's
Yeah,
worth
that's-
of Brahmin shit.
Oh, I couldn't get enough. It's stuck to your shoes.
It's liquid. There's no solid usable fertilizer. It's just liquid in the wind. So yeah, you try scraping some off. Liquid, not too lucky for that one. Not too fortunate. And yes, hello, Stiletto Assassin. Great to have you in. And Vampire Bites, you are correct. Everybody, drink. Time for another sippy. So yeah, Calamity is. Calamity will not be in tomorrow's game. Raven is out for the weekend, Vampire, so she will not be joining us. She'll be back with us though when we return from all of our holiday breaks. Yeah, I know. Sad Panda over here too. I was like, no, you're missing Vegas. Literally 50% of the reason we're going to Vegas, and she's not going to be there. And I'm just like,
We're in Vegas tomorrow, and I have the 20,000 channel points saved up.
Oh,
wow. All right, somebody is preparing and getting ready for that. Smart man. But yeah,
I refuse to use that on me. I never use my points on me. I don't like bending my odds that way, but I will use it on someone else. So you all better be nice to me tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. Please continue.
all right. So you guys have pretty much opened up all the doors here, and the doors just kind of slamming on the sides of the containers now. The wind, dust is getting thrown up in the air. You guys are back out in this heavy winded area. Do you want to continue searching in this area, or do you want to start heading back? What's your guys' call?
I think we can head up there and camp up for the night, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, good idea, Red. Just give the place the once over and then bunker down.
All right. So as you guys are heading back, was somebody going to say something? Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, Sean, why don't you bring up the rear? We will all go walk ahead of you, upwind.
Feel the love.
Scout it out.
All right, so as you guys are heading back up, what was on the side of the road, I just rolled for it. It's a quick stop, and so the quick stop itself is mostly searched. It's partially collapsed. Making any checks inside this building is going to be at least a DV2, and it's a little bit dangerous to be poking around in there because of the collapsed nature. So there may be a hazard if you guys try to go for it.
I think Val still needs to check. I think Val has to think about junk food.
All right. Go ahead and as you guys are walking up, you can see this building there. It's getting wind blasted right now. There's dirt and everything flying around. You can choose if you want to look for food. Food would be a perception check, so you can either do perception survival or intelligence survival. Your call.
Perception survival, because he wants to find snacks.
Right.
And how much AP do we have? Do we still have 6?
Yep, you guys are full.
We're full? Alright, well I might as well use one.
Okay. Rob, flip a coin, drop the plot twist on Vegas tomorrow. Heads positive, tails negative. Oh god. Your guys' call. It's whatever you want to do. Alright, so we got 3 dice rolled. We got a 10, a 12, and a 1 critical success. Is survival a tag skill or no?
No.
All right.
But he rolled a what?
Yep. So that's going to be 1 AP back. So you guys are back at full, and you've got 2 different chances here, and you're doing an intelligence survival.
I did perception.
Oh, perception.
Find
Perception.
food.
Got it. All right. So you discover in there. Let's roll for this. You find food. So the first item that you find food-wise is a still somewhat preserved box of Blamco brand mac and cheese. And do you want to continue searching for food or look for something else?
Still food.
Okay. You find a bag of raw, uncooked instant noodles. They'll require boiling water to make full.
Can I eat them as chips?
You totally can eat them dry, yes. Inside of the Fallout Asia supplement, I have actually made 2 different stats for it. One is for uncooked, one is for cooked. And so if you eat it uncooked, let me pull that up real quick. Homebrew, then we've got our Fallout Asia update number 2. Let's pull up our equipment, page number 5. Instant noodles raw is 5 HP, no effects. And no irradiation either. It's one of the few items that you can find not irradiated.
Yeah, I think he's like really excited. I was like, you see this? This is gold. It won't make you sick.
And you can just eat it.
Very excited about my noodles.
You get far too excited about pre-war food sunsetting.
Does anybody else want to try and scavenge around this semi-collapsed building, or do you guys want to move on? Your call.
I don't want to. I say don't push our luck.
No, yeah, we've got a
I'm
pretty good
alright.
haul. Let's settle.
Okay. So yeah, Val, you're the one that kind of slips off. You go and find that. You find your gold instant noodles. And you run back up, and it is in a golden pack. You're just like, oh, see this? This is gold. And so you've got yourself some uncooked mac and cheese. You could try eating that raw. That would probably be pretty horrifying compared to the instant noodles, which you could eat raw if you want, and it's 5 HP. Or if you manage to cook it with some water, it can net you up to 10 HP if it's fully cooked. But yeah, you guys head back up that path, and we're about to take our bio break. You guys start heading back up that path, and you get back up to the homestay up at the very top of that kind of hill mountain area, and it's literally named, and it says on the front, it says I, and it's got VE and then OU. And you can see the layouts from the letters. It previously said I love you in on this sign up front, but it is a homestay, and you see that from the previous 5 floors that they had there. I actually stand corrected. I'm looking at a picture right now. I believe that is a 5 floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 floor. So it used to be a 4 floor converted house. The top 2 floors have collapsed in. So there's the ground floor and the second floor that is left. So that's what you see at the very top of this path. And this is where we're going to take our bio break. It may be a little bit of an extended bio break. My apologies. My stomach is growling pretty angrily at me right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn on the mics. I'm going to leave them hot for our bio break because it could be a few minutes on my end. And we will be back in a jiff. So see you all in a few. And our mics are hot, so you can feel free to chat with our players. Otherwise, you can listen to some wonderful bass ape right now. We've got the Tim Doom mix, Doom 2. See you all in a few. And my mistake, I actually made a promise to my friends over at Outworld Sounds. I'm going to pop them up, and we can listen to their wonderful mixing. They are doing custom mixing live right now, and you guys can be serenaded by their wonderful playing and voices.
Oh, and if you want to enter the draw for a Fallout core book, here's a Fallout one that we're doing, right?
Yep, we're going to be doing that at the end of the stream.
Cool. So, do hang around. We'll be doing a D100 draw. So you pick a random number between 1 and 100. We'll roll the D100, and whoever's closest to it, I suppose, is the lucky winner.
Yep. There we go.
Ironically, there's still like etiquette at like death metal shows.
Hey, that's cool.
Oh, what's up, Capricious? Oh yeah, we're done our set. We're just hanging, but thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks
I
for
hope your
coming
stream
by.
went good. I hope you guys had a good stream. Yeah, speaking of our friend Capricious, tomorrow is the last stream of the year for his campaign that he's currently running as the GM right now. So be sure to check that out. That's at 6 p.m. Eastern. And he just finished up his stream tonight. But thanks for the host, dude. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, we're just hanging, talking about our last shows.
Spaceship had a thick-ass spider coming dangle in front of his face. That was Spider-Man.
That was Spider-Man.
Yo, Spider-Man.
I came out swinging from a South Philly basement caked in stale beer and sweat.
Yes.
That's a Philly
That's
metal
amazing.
show. Oh my God, yeah, that's like one thing like you don't miss until you don't have it anymore. But when you come out from a metal show, even if it's like the dead of, I feel like every time Cannibal Corpse came to Philly, it was the dead of winter. And we always used to joke, we're like, why is it like they bring like hell cold with them? But like you come out from the show
Oh, hell freezes
and
over.
you have that like 2-inch thick layer of sweat that like you can't even feel the cold for the first like 30 minutes when you come out from the show. And like you remember that? Like that just like that thick layer of like
All right,
mosh
got
sweat.
them hosted up now. You guys
Just
can
like
see
that
their
slime that
Twitch.
coats your
This
whole
is
body.
Outworld Sounds, the wonderful folks, Kate and Max right now. They're
Yes.
just chatting, but I'll post
Cheese
them up for the
fries.
next couple of minutes, and we'll be back in
Cheese
a few.
fries and a cheesesteak with cheese whiz was my jam after a metal show.
Hell yeah, man. Horrors,
Jersey
we're gonna definitely check
Delphia.
those out. Yeah, Jersey Delphia in the house, kid.
Fuck yeah, Colfax knows about that Jersey Delphia. Yeah, we're literally 10 minutes
Oh, Anvil, nice.
from Center City, Philly. Don't forget the drunken alley piss. Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
There was a lot of that.
Going behind the TLA to take a piss real quick before you go and try to meet somebody coming out the back door.
Wait, I saw Napalm Death twice in Bristol, got hit by the same girl in the out both times. What? Wait, so some chick like just kept got hit by the same girl in the pit both times. Dude, I totally feel like there's some people that get in the pit and they just pick people that they want to fuck with. It's crazy because like a lot of the metal shows, at least like in Philly, the Philly metal scene was very small and very close knit. And you go to a lot of the shows, you end up seeing the same people in the crowd over and over and over. And some of them you become friends with, but then some of them you don't. And I remember there was this one huge chick, like, and she like intimidated the shit out of me. Cause you see me, I'm like 5 foot nothing. And like, but I would still go in the pit and like have fun. And I was very particular about like which songs I like. If I was seeing Cannibal Corpse, I did not go in the pit during Hammer Smash Face. That was like a no. But like other songs, Okay, but like Hammer Smash Face, like shit got crazy. But this one big chick, she would see me and just want to fuck with me. And like I don't know why. I don't know. I guess she just like wanted to pick out like the other chick. Yeah, she's just like your face, my
Like,
fist.
you face, hammer, smash.
And I'm like, let's just be friends, dude. You scare me. So when I would see her at a show, I would just not go in the pit when she was in the pit because she would definitely pick me out and be like, what a joik. Yeah, dude. She was scary.
Or said, my man's like, I was more of a raver. Some messy mornings.
Yeah, those
I remember
two.
those mornings too, though. I remember
Those
the mornings
two.
going to Ultra, and you were
Yes.
up just freaking rolling face. And the next day, you're just like, ugh, my jaw hurts. Ugh.
See, I don't know that struggle, but there was this underground rave that they used to have in Philly called God's Basement, and it was in the basement of an old church.
Yes.
And the local news station went undercover in it and like got it shut down because like doormen were selling drugs and
Oh,
everything. Like
shit.
it was one of those. But so the creators of it created a new one and it was called the Schoolhouse, SKOOL, but it was only after hours. And so like me and my friends, we would go to a show or like to a club that would close out at 1 or 2 a.m. and then go to the Schoolhouse till like 6 a.m. And oh my God, your ears were like ringing for like weeks after that.
Your teeth just shaking.
Oh my God. And you're like, yeah, I don't know how I used to do that shit. I have no idea how I used to do that. But yeah, I only drank, so it was
London
even
to
worse
that
for me.
5
The
a.m.
recovery was even worse for me, I think.
Well, yeah, dude, you were hungover. We just slept if you could.
If you could.
If you could, or you just drank till you knocked yourself the fuck
Yeah.
out.
But I was like that person, like I would end up on someone's couch that like I had no idea who they were.
Oh, shit.
No idea how I got there. My friends just got me there. And I'm like, where am I?
See, that would happen to me on days that like we'd be rolling and then somebody would be like, here, take a Xanax. This is going to help you pass out and help you go to sleep. You won't worry about it. I would wake up I grew up in Florida. I'd wake up in like North Carolina with one shoe on, no pants, and a tank top. Like, wait, what the fuck happened? That's how it would go for me.
Me and a few others used to set up parties over here called Decibel Inside, aggressive techno and hardcore music, a lot of fun. I remember a guy coming up to me wanting to sell drugs, and I just gave him a confused look. He got escorted out later by police, but we tried keeping it clean. See, that's good for you.
Awesome. That's the way
awesome.
you gotta keep it, man.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, yeah, and especially like
That was
if you're
back when I was,
trying
like,
to keep
15.
it around and keep it about the music.
Yeah. It's back when I was like 15. The drugs are gone now.
Yeah, like, but yeah, it's good that you were trying to run a clean thing, because like I said, that thing, God's Basement, it got shut down like super quick, and it was crazy because the night that they went undercover, me and my friends were supposed to be there.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like we were
So you were
supposed
there
to
when they
be
got
there.
raided.
Well, they didn't get raided. They just went
Oh, okay.
undercover and recorded footage and stuff. So like a lot of my friends would have been on that footage, and we were like, thank God we didn't go. Yeah, that got shut down with the quickness. But it was just crazy because we were like seeing all this, and it was like exclusive. Do you know where your kids are on a Saturday night? It was like one of those like super dramatic. That was usually in my student house where randoms woke up on my sofa. Nice.
Yeah, we had this thing in my hometown called the Rabbit Hole that was really cool, and there was this guy called Jack the Rave Rabbit, and he was like basically like a Alice in Wonderland dude dressed up in a rabbit costume with a giant Flavor Flav clock.
That's amazing.
Like literally with a giant Flavor Flav clock, and he would hold signs, and he would be around in random parts of our town, and it would be like little hints to where the rabbit hole would be. The rabbit hole, and the rabbit hole was the giant rave, and it was like these hidden raves, and you
Yeah.
had to get these hints, and you had to put all the hints together to be able to go to
That's
the
so
rabbit hole.
awesome.
And Jack the Rave
And he's like,
Rabbit
"Ooh,
is
I'm late.
putting on-
I'm late."
yeah, exactly. The Jack the Rave Rabbit is sitting there putting on a rave, man. It was all underground. It was dope. It wasn't even at clubs. A lot of them were out in the woods and shit. Some of them were at warehouses.
Oh,
and
that's
shit like
cool.
that. It was a lot of fun, man. But that got
That's
shut down
cool.
too. I
They
think
all
people
do.
just got like I think people just went legit. Honestly, I think they just
Yeah.
went legit and started
Okay.
like DJing clubs, stuff like that.
That's really what happened. That scene kind of died out in Philly too.
I threw parties at my apartment in FL, and by the end of the year, leave. I was nearly evicted because of complaints. Oh man.
I know, it's funny. We're all talking about like our glory days, and now we're just like, yeah,
Now we're
we
just
just
old and lame.
we just have a sensible seltzer or a beer or two.
No, now we just party here online with all of our
Exactly.
cool friends that have been there, done that.
I know, exactly. We all been there, done that. We
All
don't need
been
that
there,
shit.
done that.
We'd all
Yeah.
been there, done that.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Wait, what's the space ape? He was also the one that decided to tickle my beard when I came to talk to him behind the booth at one point. That's when he had a. That's when we discovered he had a fetish for beards.
Oh.
Wait,
oh.
what?
Is this the druggy guy? He had a fetish for beards?
We're experienced ravers, yeah. An experienced raver just means that you've realized that you don't need to go out and do it anymore.
No.
It was fun for a time, and then it's not. But I do miss clubs a lot.
I've never been.
Oh,
Never got to
man.
experience that. That's one
That
thing
was
I
like-
regret. I gotta say that's my biggest regret of my adult
That
life.
doesn't mean
is
we
not,
still can't.
It's not. Well, yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
not going to one yet. I want to go to the European ones.
I
Where all of
know.
our friends
Yes,
are at
we wanna
right
go to
now.
your
Like,
guys'
y'all-
clubs.
Y'all got the cool clubs. I want to go to those.
You guys got the like
clubs.
sexy adult clubs. Like
Yeah.
that was like teens to 20s. That was like my raver days, going to festivals, underground raves, like all that shit. But like in my 30s, it was all about clubs. I love clubs because I love like small, intimate environments where you can see. Like I saw Jeremy Olander at a tiny club here in Philly. I even saw Deadmau5, Eric Prydz at a tiny club. Like once you start going to those shows and you realize that there's like an adult way to like still get your dance music and have like adults around you and not like, I love my ravers, but there's some kids that are a little much and a little rowdy, and it's nice to go to like a more calm environment where people are just there to enjoy the
it.
music
Yes.
and just vibe,
God, yes.
and it's
And, well, and this music is
awesome.
appreciated there. It's like
Yeah.
it's like actually appreciated.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah,
And people just vibe.
fuck
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
I
It's,
like it. And people aren't, because, like, I don't know, I guess, like, I feel like Americans are more like, look at me, instead of, like, being at the club and just experiencing and being there. Because
Yeah.
everybody else here, they go to clubs to, like, show off.
Well, and
know?
it's a shame because here, like, the American dance music scene, at least now, like, since the mid 2000s with, like, and I just throw this name out, I don't blame him for this, but, like, with Skrillex and all of that, it became a party thing. And it was no longer really about the music
You wanna know what's
and
so funny
enjoying the
about that?
music. And it was just like, yeah, let's rage, And it was like, it brought all this, like us people who had been doing it for a long time and had been
Yeah.
doing it since the late 90s, early 2000s, started to see this like surge of this like totally different crowd of kids that were just like, yeah, let's fucking rage. And it was like all Kyles and shit. We're like, what the fuck is happening?
It's just funny because Skrillex doesn't even party.
No, and that's why
That's
like
the funniest thing is that dude doesn't even party.
I
But
throw
he
his name
definitely
out,
brought
but
that. No, but he did though. He did bring the bro step thing.
oh, thanks, Capricious. We love you too. Thank you
Love
so
man.
much.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, sorry, we're all done the music. We're talking about music. But have fun with your session, dude. And if you're still on when we're wrapped up, we'll definitely come read you.
Yeah, Americans want to flex for the gram.
It's true. And like, yeah, there the whole culture of it just got a little weird. That's why like moving to clubs was different because, a lot of the ragers, stayed going to like Ultra and EDC and all that, which I love and adore, and like I'm so glad I went. But yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about the long wait in that regard. My stomach's not doing too hot, but I am back, and we are back. Let's transfer back over to our overlay. I hope all of you enjoyed some of the crazy little musings and stories from Outworld Sounds. They are the wonderful folks that I also mod for, on top of the Cybernation Uncensored. That was Kate and Max talking about their life in the metal scene and moshing and all that jazz. So, hope all of you got to enjoy a little bit of that. And hopefully they'll be coming in a little bit later once their stream is over. Sorry, give me 1 second. I had to break out some crackers for myself. Oh, and I forgot my coffee. My goodness. So you guys want to chat really quick? I will be right back. Start talking about what you want to do as you guys are heading up to the homestay.
I think the best bet is to go up to the 2-floor homestay, and I was gonna say the second floor is the most easily defensible, but I don't think cows go upstairs.
I'm not so sure about that. And
Yeah.
if the top 2 floors have collapsed, the second one might be more likely to collapse on us if we screw something up.
Also true.
I mean, I don't have any more grenades, so you don't have to worry about that. But, yeah, I think we go up there, we loot.
Yeah, we loot and then we come back down. We need to stay somewhere where we can get out.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Trapped.
Because if we're up there too long, we run the risk of having a house fall on us while we sleep. Whereas these containers are much sturdier, clearly.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do then? What's the
Go check it out.
check it out? Are you guys going to? Oh, okay. So you're gonna head back down to the containers and sleep there.
Yeah, after we check out that homestead.
Yeah, Vampire Bites just mentioned before we have our players head on inside. Outworld Sounds is live next week. I'm so jealous. They're over in North Carolina, I believe. Not sure the name of the venue that they're going to, but they are going to be running live, I believe, for their first time. They're headlining for my other friends, Unheard Sirens. So, yeah. Woo. Sorry, crazy brain. So you guys head into the homestay. As I mentioned, the homestay itself, the upper 2 floors have collapsed in. They're kind of settling into the first floor itself. The building itself looks pretty wrecked. It looks like people have definitely gone through this area in the past, but there's definitely chances for looting. As you guys go up to the front door, you can see that the front door, the glass there has since been shattered, so the front door is completely open. There's papers and stuff floating around and flying around inside. And the place itself looks like it's been partially searched in the past. So partially wrecked, partially searched. If you want to be looking for any items in there, it's going to take you roughly 2 hours to go through the whole building. And it's going to be DB1 for the checks. So if all of you would like to give me either intelligence survival or perception survival, we can roll our dice and find out what you guys can discover inside of this homestay.
Okie dokie.
I'd spend an AP for an extra dice.
Dude, bummer.
Yeah.
Dude, bummer.
Should I spend an AP also? Go for 3 die?
Yeah, go on. There's
Up to
we've got
you.
enough.
Yeah.
All right.
And Minsky just made one.
Yep.
What did he?
Yep.
Well, he cancelled out my usage. My usage.
Ooh. Got a critical fail there.
I
Is that it?
Do you want to use a
I
point of
think
luck
I'm
and
gonna
re-roll
need
it?
to. I'm gonna have to.
What?
That's a 19
I don't want-
and a 20. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's 2 critical
No.
failures.
Oh, that's 2.
Yeah, so you can re-roll 1. You are not able to re-roll both, but you can re-roll 1.
But you can re-roll any dice one time. You can spend multiple luck on a single roll.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I
It's on the.
discussed this last week. Check.
Let's see.
Oh no! You're okay. Complication range for a 1 is only a 20, so you only have 1 complication.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, it's moot.
I'll still check.
I will spend that 1 luck. Let's not get another complication.
Yeah, so you can re-roll up to a maximum of 3, 1 luck each.
Yep.
All right.
All right, I got another success.
Okay.
So I got a 5 and a 3.
Right, and we are P for that extra dice. Okay, so we are down to 5 AP. And let's see what we've got inside. So Minsky did intelligence and got 2 successes. So Minsky, let's see what you can find in here. So intelligence covers things like ammo, armor, weapons, chemicals, and other kind of valuable items. And so on here, what you discover are some chems. There are chems inside of the building that have been left behind at some point in time. And what you discover is that laying on one of the counters, clearly one of the employees that had worked there in the past is very overstressed. You find a set of mentats. So Minsky, you find some mentats. Do you want to continue looking for other chems, or do you want to search for something else?
Let's search for something else. And is that 1 dose of mentats?
Yep, 1 dose of mentats. Alright, so you find the mentats there, and it seems like they were not only very desperate and having headaches and issues and stuff. What you discover as you kind of float up to the counter itself, you kind of go up a little bit, you see the mentats there, and your eye stalks look up and you see the remnants of what was a person who had blown out their brains with a shotgun. The shotgun looks like it has malfunctioned. The barrel is blown out, so the shotgun is destroyed. But you see 3 shotgun shells chilling out next to this body.
Does the shotgun look like a banana?
Yes, inside of what used to be their face.
Yes, yeah.
It's grimdark. Got to keep the grimdark. So yeah, you've got 3 shotgun shells. There is a destroyed shotgun. It is not worth anything at all. It is completely wrecked. And the mentats.
Can I spend a luck to introduce the fact that it might be repairable?
Yes, you can spend a luck, and you will be able to get a fully broken shotgun. It is repairable now.
I'm gonna do that. Shotguns do some nice damage. Is it double barrel or a combat?
It is a double barrel. It's a single barrel breech load, so it wouldn't even be double.
Oh, it's a single barrel.
Yeah,
Alright.
we do not have double barrels here in Taiwan.
Okay. So it's similar to a double barrel, but not the same.
Yeah, so the double barrel shotgun inside of the stats, so let's pull this up real quick. The double barrel shotgun itself, so it has a fire rate of 0, so this will also have a fire rate of 0. And it is still inaccurate, still two-handed. Weight, I'll put down as an 8. And
Alright.
for repairing it, let's see. How do we do repairs?
I would assume that it's going to be the same difficulty as a double barrel. That'd probably be the easiest.
Well, I know there's the repair bench. So to repair this, give me 1 second. You will need to find somebody who is a gun nut. So you're going to have to find somebody who is a gun nut.
Gun nut rank 1.
Let's roll for it! Yeah! Woo! Gun nut rank 2! So it is extremely heavily damaged. There is very little of it that seems like it could be repaired, but if you bring it to somebody who is knowledgeable enough, they might be able to pull it off.
Alright. Loaded up on dynamo.
You pick the pieces out of what's left over of the body after Minsky grabs the ammunition. Load the chunks over on your Brahmin. That works. Alright, so Minsky, you found the ammunition, and you discovered, and we had introduced to it, a working shotgun. Let's see, our next individual who rolled on here was Dalton. He got 3 failures, an 11 and 2 12s. Val got 2 failures, a 17 and a 10. And Jianyu got a 19, a reroll 20 to a 5, and a 3, so that's 2 successes. So did you do intelligence? Yes, you did intelligence.
I did intelligence.
Okay. So, what you are looking for, you find, lo and behold, right next to the individual who you were grabbing the shotgun for, there is also another weapon that is sitting right next to them. Seems like this person was desperate. If one didn't work, the other one was going to work. And what you find is a makeshift pipe rifle. Long barrel, standard stock, no scope.
Nice. Alright.
Now, do you want to try looking for other weapons inside the building, or look for something else?
Let's go for something else. Let's see what luck brings us.
All right. So, on their back, you saw that pipe rifle sticking out from behind. You also see sitting next to them is a lead pipe. They were super
Lead
desperate.
pipe?
They really wanted to make sure that this is going to work.
Talk.
Pretty much.
If not, I'll just chew on this until I die.
Problem with that plan is after a while you're like, why was I chewing on this? You know? And you start drooling on yourself, and you know.
Yeah, and so, just to add in an element, as you're there going through this person's stuff, you find all those weapons, you see the unspent shell casings for the shotgun. You see a little note sitting right next to them, and it says, "When will the pain leave my head? Make the noises stop." And that's what you guys find. Camacho. Let's roll for Camacho. Let's find out. Her intelligence is higher, but seeing as none of you guys did an a perception check, I'm going to roll for perception. So let's do a perception and survival. And survival is a tag skill. Let's see what she gets. Oh my god! Why am I rolling better than you guys for all of this stuff? Ugh. So we've got...
He always crushes her survival checks. I don't know what it is.
So, Camacho, even though you're not here, you're here with us in spirit, and you are blessing the players like crazy right now. She's got 3 different successes. She got a 2 and a 6. So that's a tag skill success that generates AP. He cheats? I don't cheat! Rob, how dare you insinuate such a thing? Dastardly. Dastardly.
What's a show to be good? He cheats.
So on here, let's see. The first one that comes up is going to be clothing. So she actually walks up and starts going through that individual, the dead person's clothing, and she finds on them a harness. That is still left over. One second. Camacho's loot. Let's comment on this and reply. So 1x harness. Okay. And she tries looking for something else, not super happy with the clothing. She starts looking around to see if there's any food left over in the building. And she successfully finds a box of sugar bombs chilling out underneath the counter. One unopened box, but she finds the leftover boxes of what looks to be about 10 of them all underneath this counter, which could explain why the person was having such extreme headaches. They were getting radiation poisoning and probably a massive sugar high. And she continues looking to see if there's any other food, and she discovers chilling underneath all of those is a Dandy Boy apple. So she found sugar bombs and Dandy Boy apple.
I feel like Val looks at the guy who died from sugar bombs and is jealous.
I wish I could be me. So yeah, that's your guys' base locations. That's the first floor. And what happens with these locations is there is a maximum amount of loot that can be found. We found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we found 7 pieces of loot. There is a chance to find an additional 5 if you guys want to continue searching. And that will continue finishing up that 2 hours for searching the building. So you guys want to keep looking or no?
Yeah, we can all search again.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to camp out here for the night anyway, so...
Okay, go ahead and roll either Perception Survival or Intelligence Survival. Go ahead and roll. Whoever's doing their checks. Okay, Minsky got a 1 with an 8. We've got Val Jacobs, 1 with a 3. We've got a 17, 13. Sean has another 2 failures with 16 and 17.
We're full on
Full on
action
AP.
points again?
Yep.
Oh, well, I'm gonna spend one.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think we should leave it full.
Alright, 1 success with an 8, and then we have 16, 13. Alright, so we've got 3 more pieces, or 3 more goodies that you guys discover upstairs. So the first of those was Minsky. So as you're heading upstairs, you start looking around, your eye stalks are looking, trying to figure out what else could be useful here, and you run across what looks to be an explosive. So inside there, you find Molotov cocktails dangling from the ceiling, connected to a tripwire. You float right over it because you don't walk, but you notice the 3 Molotov cocktails hanging from the ceiling. To get these down without triggering the trap and setting them off, I'm going to need you to make a intelligence and perception explosives check. And this is going to be a DV Ooh, DV2.
So either you should spend some action points, or you should call me in there to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna call out for Jen. I need your help in here, but watch your step.
All right, I'll head over that way.
All right, so yeah, Jianyu, you head up the stairs. You can see that line that's across the floor. It's going all the way up, and there seems to be some kind of drop mechanism for 3 Molotov cocktails. And you have a DV2 Perception Explosives check. If you fail this, it will drop on you.
Oh yeah, that'll hurt. So I'm thinking I should buy 2 extra dice here. What do you guys think?
Yeah, you don't want it dropping on you.
Absolutely, go for it.
We've got 5, right?
Yep, you narrow down to 2 if you want to buy 2 dice.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
And if we succeed, we get a
4.
fucking Molotov cocktail.
And
Yeah.
oh yeah, and I have Demolition Expert, which means that when I use things that have blast, I get vicious added to it.
Oh, that rules.
All right, come on. Yes.
All right, so you got a 10 and a 3. That's a critical success with the explosives. So you get 2 AP back. So you burned 3, got 2 back. So your total loss is a 1. And you now have those 3 Molotov cocktails that you guys can add to your inventory.
Nice. I'll scribble those down on my sheet unless you have any objections, Minsky.
Nope.
Minsky, you don't want to throw containers of gasoline at strangers? You can light them off your thruster, your butt thruster.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gotta keep a hold of my walking cane.
Right, yeah, your pimp cane.
You totally need, like, you know, a big top hat, you know, so you can, like, float there with your walking cane and maybe get a monocle on one of those eyes.
Minsky, go ahead and roll me 1d2. Just roll 1d2. Alright, the cane that you found, the walking cane, is in fact a pimp cane. It looks very pimped out. It is bright purple with what are those called? And like an embossed like holding piece. So yes, you literally have a pimp cane. So, Minsky looking pretty badass over there with the pimp. Our next person up for... Oh, hold on, what's up?
Does he use the cane, like... Does he put it on the ground? Or does he put it in the air? To like...
Oh no, fully on the ground.
Okay.
Kind of bobs up and down as he pushes on it.
I love it. Alright, so we've got Minsky's and Val, you did a perception check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you got 1 success on your perception check. So that means that you're looking for normal things like clothing, food, beverages, oddities. So you find some food! Looks like somebody got room service before the bombs went off. Or, in fact, somebody brought room service to their own room after the bombs went off. What you discover up there are some squirrel bits. Yum.
Are they cooked squirrel bits?
Yes.
Gotta look them up.
And that's actually a rarity here in Taiwan because squirrels are not very common. Squirrels are pretty hard to find here.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not just... I don't know what... So, like, is there, like, a different kind of rodent?
I mean, mice and rats have, like, 50
Is it like,
billion different kinds of rodents.
What lives in the forest in Taiwan?
Birds. Insects. Bugs. Bugs large enough that could eat squirrels. So
There we go. Yep. There has to be some squirrel-sized thing in every biome.
yeah, we've got huntsmen up here, and those guys are absolutely pants-shittingly terrifying. The first apartment I ever lived in, we had a huntsman crawl out from underneath somebody's bed, and we cornered it out in the hallway. And it was in relation to my head, it was about this large. So a full-size huntsman spider, larger than my head. It was the size of a large dinner plate. And we went after that thing. We had a baseball bat, a golf club, a can of roach spray, and a broom. And that thing took like over a minute to be bashed to death. This thing had an armor class. I swear to God.
Well, you know, it gets a bonus from being tiny, so.
No, we were getting direct hits on this thing. I shit you not. They are horrifying. They are scary here. And yes, you guys will be dealing with them later. Not for humans. Huntsmen, the huntsmen that we have here actually mostly go after like our large cockroaches. Because Taiwan's a tropical island, our normal cockroach size is like that big. So bigger than American ones, and they fly here. So yeah, the huntsmen are really good. Hmm?
Oh, I hate when cockroaches fly.
Yeah,
Oh my
so.
God.
In Arizona, they would do that. They spray the sewers with
God.
like stuff to kill all the bugs in there, but all it does is drive them all out into everybody's house and like out into the yards and everything, and then you just see the biggest cockroaches everywhere, just like, oh, hate that.
Yeah, so, woo! Yay, Mother Nature, you crazy, evil bouncer. So yeah, you discover some squirrel bits. Back on topic. Squirrels are rare here because we have squirrel-sized predators here. But you find some squirrel bits. And then next up, we've got Jianyu. You've got 3 items that you're able to find, and you did intelligence or perception?
I did perception.
Perception.
Figured
Alright.
everybody else was doing intelligence, so I should go for some food
Okay.
or something similar.
You discover. Let's see. You discover some beverages. So as you hear the giddiness from Val freaking out a little bit, discovering some squirrel bits, you walk in and see in that room somebody had left what looks to be a can of Korean beer chilling out on their little minibar. So you have 1 can of Korean beer. Do you want to continue rummaging around in the minibar for more drinks or something else?
Get 3 things?
Yep.
Let's do 1 more drink.
Alright. You also find, a bottle of wine.
Nice.
Whoa!
Somebody was treating themselves up in here.
I know, minibar wine's expensive. You know what? I'm on a roll here, so let's go for another beverage.
Alright. So let's go for our 3rd beverage. You find... Oh, holy shit. Drum roll. You find a can of glowing Yakult Ultra. Rarity 4.
Ultra.
Sorry, Yakult. Yakult. My bad. Not Yakult. Yakult. And I have my Yakult in the back right next to my Pip-Boy, all the way back there. If anybody can see my tiny little screen. Hold on. I literally emptied these out, cleaned them out so I can have them as my own little props. So yes, you find one of these that is actively glowing.
Oh man, you know it's good when it glows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah. But yeah, this is for those of you who might be a little bit confused, what the heck is he talking about? Fallout Asia Supplement, page number 5, Glowing Ucalt Ultra, is a rarity. Oh, it says on here it's only a 3, but on my generator it says a 4. A little confused about that. I'll have to double check my numbers. So it is a high rarity item. And what it allows you to do is allows you to reroll endurance and survival tests to reduce all current disease durations, and it gives a +5 to radiation damage resistance for a scene. So, pretty good stuff.
That could be useful for somebody who picked up a disease recently.
It is. All right. So yeah, you guys have gone through this this building. It seems to be pretty much emptied out now, heavily searched. Unlikely to find anything else. And all of you had mentioned that you were going to go back to the containers to get some sleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
what's
actually, quick question.
Quick answer.
Can Dynamo fit in one of the containers? Like through the door?
No.
Can Dynamo fit inside this building we're in?
Yes.
Then I think I might advocate staying here.
That was my original plan. But
Yeah, okay. Well, so
and,
why not?
like, staying in a metal box versus staying in a collapsed building.
I mean, the building might fall on us, but I don't want Dynamo to get eaten in the night. Or worse yet, stolen with like all of our crap on it. Or at least all my crap.
And so if
Yeah,
I'm gonna share out the location here because I actually would love to stay at this place. It looks absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna share out the location. So this place is called I Love You Homestay. It's literally a house converted into like a hotel to stay at. But the front doors, it is double doors, and as I mentioned before, the glass is totally shattered out. So yes, Dynamo can easily walk through that space. And the rest of you start looking for places to sleep. And the nice part is that on that second floor, there's actually 2 rooms there. And you see that one of the rooms has 2 twin beds, and another room has a double bed. So there's space enough to sleep for 6.
well, that's all of us.
Yep. So yeah, you guys come inside. You roll up into those rooms. The mattresses are old. They're soiled 100%, especially in the room that had the wine, the Korean beer, and the squirrel bits. But it's somewhere to sleep for the night. And you've got a roof mostly over your head. And the night continues on. You guys just go to sleep.
I think we have to eat, right? Don't
We should make some food.
Yeah, we have a bunch of food right now, so we should probably take the chance to eat.
Okay. All right.
So-
So if you are, as I'm going to switch us back to our main page on here, because that's where all of our stats and stuff are. If you are hungry, then you need to eat 1, 2. You need to eat 2 pieces of food to get up to full. If you are peckish, 1 piece. If you are starving, 3 pieces.
Oh, there's our stuff.
I think Val is going to chow down on those squirrel bits immediately.
Okay.
Then I'll
So-
back up to full.
I mean, I know that you have like specific recipes in the thing, but I was kind of wondering if maybe we make a recipe that's just a combination of the items, like value. In that, like, you know, who wants to eat just like a can of cram? When we could have like cram with ramen noodles.
If that's what you guys want to do, that's fine. If you put together, because let's see where you guys are at. Minsky has none of these, because Minsky is a robot.
Binsky's just gently bonking a mutt fruit into his face, just to feel like one of the boys.
So we've got, we've got Logar, who, sorry, bad, Val, who already ate up his food. For the rest of you, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces to fill. So if you put together 3 pieces of food, I'll let that slide if they can be combined correctly. So what do you want to combine?
I've still got 3 gamma guavas, so I'll chuck in a bit of fruit.
We could do the guavas. We could save those for later. I was thinking like I got some rice, and I got some like either some cram. So we could do like rice and cram soup with some dirty water. Good shit, you know. Or maybe like I don't really want to eat the tatos, but we could eat tatos.
I could throw in some. I have a thing of mountain dog meat that you could throw in to make that stew a little heartier than cram.
Mountain dog meat. That sounds like a good choice because cram will keep.
Yeah, cram. That's what I'm saying. Cram will keep. Mountain dog meat. Yeah. Is there rules for how long food lasts? As far as like
I hope
spoiling
not.
or not spoiling?
I honestly hope not. I'll say a couple of
Yeah.
days before it's covered in flies and maggots.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Why don't we make like some mountain dog rice soup or something? Maybe toss in a tato with it.
Okay. That sounds good as long as you
Yeah.
use 3 food items. And then if you want to turn it into a soup, if you add in 3 dirty water, then I will allow that to also fully hydrate.
All right. That'll also hydrate us too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's do that. If you mark off that mountain dog meat, then I will toss in 1 tato, 1 rice, and I do have 3 water. I could toss those in, or if somebody else wants to toss them in.
I have had no water luck. Escape.
Yeah, I don't have any.
No fucking water.
All
Yep,
right,
so that'd be
then I'll toss in my 3 dirty water, and
you got Johnny
yeah,
Drop
we'll
just
make this-
here with a big smile on his face, like mortals.
And I don't worry about it.
Food. Food.
What is hunger?
all right, cool. I marked down 3 dirty water, rice, and a tato, and then we put the mountain dog, and made some
Alright.
nice rice dog stew.
Sounds good. Yeah, so anybody who is eating up on that, you can put your hunger back to full and your thirst up to quenched.
And that'll also take one of my common materials for fueling the cooking.
All right. So is there anything else you guys are doing at the end of the night or no?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Oh,
Give me
hey, question.
one
When we
second.
were searching around, was there any junk? Or is that
You
like
have
just come up?
so junk would come up if you guys were doing perception checks for it. When it comes to it, each location has a maximum number of items. Guys have already maxed out the number. So
Okay, cool.
So is junk on the table for perception searches?
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
Alright.
Alright, cool. That's what
Cool.
I thought.
yeah. So for how this works, for those of you who might be a little bit confused how I'm handling this right now, I'm just kind of house ruling this right now. So for available loot, we have a couple of different tables. We have ammo, armor, clothing, food, beverages, chems, oddities, junk, weapons, and other. So there's like 10 different things that you can do. If I'm allowing my players to do an intelligence check, and if there is a chance for ammo, armor, oddities, and other, and weapons, so those 5, then their intelligence check gives them the ability to roll on one of those. If they're doing a regular perception check, it would be clothing, food, beverages, chem, junk. So that's kind of how I'm splitting it up. And the nice thing is that the other, I'll count for either. So what I've been doing, if the location doesn't have like ammo or armor or weapons, I'm rolling on the other table. And so I use that, and it gives me a response for that. So that's how I've been doing it. A little weird, I know, but it is what it is. Just trying to add some variance and have a little bit of fun with the loot. So yeah, you guys cook up some food. You try settling in for the night, and oh, Lord. There we go. So what happens is, as you guys are settling in for the night, you guys head upstairs. You go to sleep. When you wake up, when each of you wake up, you see something in the room that has the double bed. There seems to be some streaks of an unknown dark fluid running along the floor out of the room that you had been sleeping in, out into the hallway and down towards the stairs. And that's where we're going to be ending our session.
You son of a bitch!
We do have to do one thing for the night before. I need to roll my disease roll.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I think it's endurance survival.
Yep, endurance survival, and it's DB1.
And I believe Minsky can aid me in that with a intelligence medicine.
Yep.
So.
Well, it's a DV1, so if you have a success, you beat it.
Yeah. And we're going to sleep, so I'm going to spend a luck and use luck instead of endurance, because I have garbage endurance.
Okay.
So let's.
All right.
Nice. 2
You
successes.
beat the radworms. They die in your body as you sleep. Congratulations. You now have
will them out of your body.
You now have dead radworms no longer invading your body, but stinking it up. Enjoy your next tato poop.
Alright, I don't have fatigue now.
Yep. So yeah, you guys all go to sleep. You wake up to that sight. You see that trail heading out of the room. And that's where we're going to be starting our session off when we come back. Now, I'm going to be having our players do our outros. So sleeping in Fallout 2D20 is worse than Cyberpunk Red. It seems so. Food sits on shelves for over a century. Pick it up, goes bad in 3 days. No, we're talking about the fresh food, the fresh meat. So the mountain dog meat will go bad in 3 days. Cram that's been preserved for 50 years will preserve for another 50 years, and then another 50 years, and then another 50 years. It's like Twinkies. They don't go bad. Now I'm going to have our players do our...
good.
Yes, were they ever good? I'm going to have our players do our outros, and what I would like to let everybody know before they start clicking off and heading out, because you guys may have heard our outros already, we are not going to be playing next week. Next week, it turns out, for you guys it's a Friday, for me it's Saturday, and next Saturday is it's Christmas, and it's also my wonderful girlfriend's birthday, and so we are heading out of town together, and I will not be able to GM. So our session for Fallout Asia, this is our last one for the year, because the following week, again, it's Saturday for me, that's New Year's, it's January 1st, and I don't think my players are going to be available to play on New Year's Eve, so the session has just kind of preemptively been canceled, because I'm assuming nobody's going to be available. So this is our last session until... Let me check the date on the calendar. Until January 7th. So we will be back on the 7th and the 8th for our Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our last session for this year. I'm going to have our players do their outros, and I'm going to start off with Jianyu. So, Stink Palm, go ahead and outro yourself.
First, we have a giveaway, too.
Yeah, we're going to do that after the giveaway.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, hold on. But sorry, my brain is stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, drop in a number between 1 and, let's say, 1 and 100, and we're going to roll a 1d100, and if you have gotten that, then you will get a fresh digital copy of the Fallout 2D20 core rulebook being provided by Cybernation Uncensored and Modifius Games. Now, Gianni, go ahead. Stink Palm, go ahead and outro yourself.
Hi, I'm Tracy, aka StinkPalm007. You can catch me on Twitter and Discord. And I play Dr. He Jianyu, the eccentric scientist who wanders around with his Brahmin that poops on people's feet. So, yeah, that's me.
All right, thank you very much. Go ahead and outro yourself for Logar.
Hey, I am Logar the Yogar. I was playing Val Jacobs, an American who was raised on holotapes in a Taiwanese bunker. Most Sundays I GM a show called Dead Sundays where we play through the Dead Suns adventure path in a game called Starfinder, which is about magic and technology, and it's D&D in space, and it's fantastic, and you should come watch. You can follow me on Twitter at Logar the Yogar, and you can follow me on Instagram at Twig and Logar. It's 99% pictures of my cat and 1% pictures of cat memes. So you'll like it.
Sounds good. All right. Johnny Drop, go ahead. And remember, folks, drop in a number between 1 and 100 in the chat. These are our last chances. And Johnny Drop, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Johnny Drop. You can catch me here Fridays and Saturdays. I'll be doing the last Cyberpunk Red game of the year tomorrow. And you can also check out my SoundCloud at Arxon if you'd like, and hopefully I'll be uploading some new music there in the near future.
Awesome. Thank you. Captain Mark, go for it.
Yeah, Captain Mark 87 on the Discord, the Cybernation Uncensored Discord. You can find me there. Going to be in Vegas for Fallout Red Nomad game tomorrow, and over on twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory on Sunday night, where we're going to be doing an evil one shot that's in the same setting as our regular campaign. And I will not be putting a number in thing because I've already got a book and I'm not greedy. But good luck, everybody.
Ooh, shots fired on Stink Palm and Logar. Jeez. They both dropped numbers.
Yeah, hold on, excuse you. I was gonna provide joy to another person. And you're gonna
I wasn't taking shots at you.
Listen.
Look at him over there in Taiwan, bloody stirring things up. Was not taking shots, just saying.
I have to stir things up because I'm the game master.
God damn, he's got you there.
All right. So thank you very much, Mark. I'm going to outro for Raven, who is not with us today. You can check her out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, as well as Twitch at Doña Trece Cuervo. She will be back with us once we have returned from our vacations in January. But she will not be here with us today or tomorrow on Cyberpunk, which breaks my heart, but it is what it is. Everybody's got real life. Now, again, this is our last chance. If you want to get that 2D20 core rulebook for free, drop in a number between 1 and 100. And I'm going to outro myself. I am GM Capricious Nature, dropping in my links, as well as the links for our wonderful musicians who have been providing our tunes for today. We're here in Taiwan for Fallout Asia, and we are about to go into Las Vegas for Cyberpunk Goes Nomad, which is tomorrow, and we are going to be embarking on a mini adventure that I actually started designing about 8 months ago. So it's been a long time in wait, almost a year. For Fallout Asia, we will be back in January for Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. We will be live tomorrow and then gone until January. Violet, you can feel free to drop in a number between 1 and 100 to enter yourself for a chance to win a a core rulebook PDF copy of Fallout 2D20. And if
I think
anybody
that's
else is
it.
interested,
I
go
don't want to
ahead.
say it. I don't want to say it unless I'm mistaken, but okay, we'll have to clarify with Rob. He just said free copy of the rulebook. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the core rulebook. Because it was gifted over from the channel over Mad Queen that he was GMing earlier.
Sure. Okay. All right. Yeah, Violet, pick a number, and you might get a free book.
But yeah, I'm going to give you guys one more minute to do that. In the meantime, please check out premium.cybernationuncensored.com. You can find our Kickstarter for Cybernation Uncensored over there. We have literally 2 days left, and it closes. I desperately want to get my greedy goblin dice mitts on those wonderful dice and miniatures, so please get this kickstarted. We're $1,200 away. We are so close, and we only have 2 days left, so let's get that funded. In the meantime, if you want to get caught up with Fallout or Cybernation, the Cyberpunk's streams, you can check out the YouTube page. We've got all of our episodes hosted up on there. And one little last shout out for my own channel. If you are awake and alive, like Johnny Drop was just the other day, on Wednesday nights, Thursday mornings, around like midnight-ish U.S. time, if you are still roaming around, I have a Tiny Wastelands from Gallant Knight Games that I am playing with my students at my school. And we are going to be doing our final session for not final session for the school year, because we still have 5 weeks left of school. So yeah, you can come by and check us out there. It's a super fun, super rules light game. Not grimdark like this, but it's also being set in Taiwan, and the kids are having a lot of fun. But yeah, Stink Palm wants those magnetic minis. I want those dice. I ordered the whole kit because I want all of it, but I really want them dice. So yeah.
I want the interchangeable like arms with different weapons.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome.
All right, so it looks like we've got all the folks that are going to be jumping in. So we've got Logar with 45. We've got Vampire with 69, because of course 69. Nice. Then we've got Stinkbomb with 12. And we've got Violet coming in with 18. So, with that, who would like to roll our 1D100, or do you guys just want me to do it?
I'll do it. Oh, all right.
Paper, scissors, stone, come on. Oh, well, okay, that was fast. Jesus. Sean Dalton's just like, I don't give a fuck. All right, so Captain Mark jumped to the gun on there, 76. Which means that our closest number is going to be Vampire Bites at 69. So, Vampire Bites, congratulations! You now have a copy of 2D20, and you can come join my campaign. Get over here. Go ahead and get in contact with Rob. Let him know that you won. I'll message him as well to let him know in case Rob's not currently on. He might be taking his 1 of 2 hours of sleep he gets a week. So he might be passed out right now. So yeah, congratulations, Vampire. Best of luck to Logar, Stinkpalm, and Violet in the future. Oh my god, we have Outworld Sounds rolling in right now. Welcome in, Outworld Sounds. We are literally ending our session right now. We just did our... actually, no, this is a perfect chance. I have an extra copy. So anybody from Outworld Sounds, thank you for joining in. If you are interested in joining a giveaway for a Fallout 2D20 copy of the core rulebook, please drop a number between 1 and 100. So I've got a lot of friends coming in right now. I know all of you guys, so drop a number between 1 and 100 in the chat, and you will be entered for a chance to win a Fallout 2D20 core rulebook for free. 100% free, and I will give you my extra copy because I have one extra copy that I've been saving up. So go ahead and toss in a
There's
number.
one number that's always guaranteed.
Always.
When you do this shit.
So I'm going to give away my copy to you guys. If you're interested, drop a number between 1 and 100. And Violet, if you want, you can drop in a new number or you can stick with 18. Your call. And Vampire, you already won, so you don't get to do it again. Stink Palm, if you want to try again, go ahead and put in a new number. And Logar, if you want to try again, go ahead and put in a new number. And let's give away this edition. It's been chilling out in my inbox for forevers. Looks like I got a couple answers. So Third Rate Nerds, welcome, welcome. I've made many different emotes and stuff for Third Rate Nerds. Love those guys over there. Very happy to see you in. Base Ape Records is the gentleman who has made all of our music for today. So you can always check him out. Outworld Sounds was our wonderful little intermission that we had going on. Bacon Maester, I've never seen you before, so welcome, welcome. Max is one of the duo of Outworld Sounds. That is Max himself. And of course, Outworld Sounds is Kate. Yes, those are the wonderful little emotes that I made for him. Hail Hydrate, and Cthulhu. We've got Fatagan. Just show some of it. No need to show off. There's no need to show off. But yeah, I'm gonna do our roll, and actually because Sean Dalton or Captain Mark jumped the gun a little bit, I'm going to let our wonderful Logar the Ogar roll that 1d100. Let's see who gets this copy.
It better be 100. Damn. Somebody picked 88. It was Man
All right.
Max.
85. All right, Max. Congratulations. Max, I'm going to send you a copy of Fallout 2D20 core rulebook for free. You and Kate can check it out. And if you guys are interested, we could always try to do a little stream, a little live Let's Play. I can give you guys a one-shot, and I can run it for you. So if you guys are interested, we could do that. In the meantime, I'm going to get in touch with you and Kate. I hope all of you have a wonderful, amazing set of holidays. Congratulations on the win there. And as Rob just pointed out, please make sure that you check out the Cybernation Uncensored Patreon. It's, or sorry, not Patreon, Patreon too, of course, but the Kickstarter, premium.cybernationuncensored.com. It is a wonderful little project, and we're hoping to get it up and running, and I really want to get those dice. In the meantime, everybody watching the VOD and everybody live, have excellent holidays. Congratulations again to Captain Mark on his recent marriage and his trip abroad to Iceland for his wonderful honeymoon. And I hope all of you have a great set of days. Bye, everybody.
Cybernation Uncensored.